Welcome to Blpa Big Show. Hockey, sports, life for the adult athlete. Powered by the Beer League Players Association. Follow us at the BLPA.
Everybody, just follow.
Keep connected with us. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. You dig that?
Follow
On every social media outlet. And make sure you follow the crew on Twitter. Nick at Nicker Jones. Jason at Beer League Jason. And Brooklyn at BLPA Brooklyn. Let's get it.
Welcome to the greatest hockey show in the world. Good week, everybody. Hey, it's great to be back with an actual microphone.
It's great for us too.
Don't
My
I
ears
sound-
are
don't I
enjoying
sound
this a
good?
lot
I
more.
sound good as shit on this microphone. This is
You
no,
took the words out of my mouth.
this is no effects. All right, this is just straight up microphone love.
Can we
All
have
right.
an effect? Wait, can you really
Yeah.
do that like real time?
No, I don't have an effect. I'm sure you can. I mean, there's like T-Pain, buy you a drink. We can get some auto tune going.
Wow.
Yeah, that would be good. Hey, we got a lot of stuff to talk about,
Sure.
but I got a special guest I want to just bring on for a second. I know, listen, I don't want to steal any of Jillian's thunder here. This is Jillian. Hi,
Take
everyone.
it.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
have it. Take my
But
thunder.
we have a special guest I just want to introduce. Hey, come on over here. Come on over here.
Woo!
1 day long trip vacation. He is on one today. So can
Juiced.
you come over and just say hi in the microphone?
Hello.
Can you tell everyone how much art you sold at the tournaments? You remember? Just take a guess. How much
I
money do you
probably
think you made?
sold like double digits.
Double digits? So you made like $10? I thought you made like $57 in art.
What?
Yeah. $57, and then you spent like 42 in vending machines and concessions. So, all right, come just say hi and then say bye, and then Dad's got.
Hi. Bye. For
All right, all right. And
Nick's
guess
wife,
what?
everybody. No.
We got another special guest here. Boom, Jason Limbacher.
Jason Limbacher in the video flesh.
His beard and everything.
What's going on,
Holy
guys?
moly.
This angle.
Hey, was your beard just getting too hot or what?
No, this is I think I need to trim it a little bit. It's getting a little homelessy.
I thought it was a little
No,
longer. I
homeless
thought you
is the
said a little
vibe.
longer.
No, I like to keep it, kind of nice and tight for work and
No Duck
whatnot.
Dynasty.
Not all of us are working people. Humble brag, You know.
Sorry, we get to have a life.
So we
Listen.
just talked. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
You told me to listen. I'm listening.
Okay, so I'm in the gym right now.
Pumping.
So you guys don't have me for the whole hour. So like maybe 5-10 minutes. So
Okay.
Listen, I had to get on because the last time I was here, I left. And then I listened, I wanted to hear the pod, and I heard that I would probably not make another appearance until after Jillian's unborn baby, had made an appearance on the show. So I had to prove that wrong. So here I am.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I actually gave birth over the weekend, so
and the baby was on earlier. He was actually our special guest.
yeah, you should hear what he had to say.
So you're wrong. So okay, well we got to 5-10 minutes. So I want to do money lining, but first let me just tell the show rundown. We just had an interview with Adam Gold. He is author of the Gold Plan. This is the plan that the PWHL is using for their draft rules, so they can keep teams competitive even after they're out of contention for the playoffs. So you're gonna have to download the pod to listen. We have about a 30-45 minute interview with Adam. It was really good.
He's so smart. You have to listen to it.
Listen, I'm a scientist. He's a mathematician. He's a real mathematician. All right. I'm a real scientist. I have a degree in biology, but he's a mathematician, smart as fuck.
If you want to feel dumb, which I did.
No,
listen.
you did. But you look smart as shit, though, Jillian.
No. Say it again.
You're so smart. You look so smart and handsome. And so then today we're going to talk about the Chicago decks. We're going to talk about the Placid decks that's coming up. We're going to talk about a couple other things. But because we have Jason for a limited time, I want to talk about money lining because we just got paid by Facebook another $57. So I need Jason to find a new money line and bet to try to. We did not win our last $100 bet. So the next he's been on a heater, from what I understand. Right?
I have, yeah. I've had a few. I think last week I hit 2 different bets that paid out like $2,600 and $3,200 on $50 bets. So those are good. Then this week I had like 3 that I only missed by 1. So like I'm right there to hit this next one. I feel like today is the day too.
Okay,
it's
$50
funny you say that because
57.
the pitching today in the MLB is terrible. So there's going to be some hitters today.
Hell yeah, let's go. I love me some hitters, bud. Love me some hitters. They're already calling on the chat. The Clackerbockers. Let's go. Hey, what are you doing in the gym today? You just doing some cardio? Or are you pumping some iron?
Today is chest and shoulders, a little bit of arms worked in.
Cool.
That's my favorite day to be in the gym is arms
Mhm.
day, because when you look in the mirror, it looks like you have muscles for a while, right? Just for a little
Yeah.
while. After the pump's gone, it's back to normal. My favorite post workout day is leg day. I feel the best
Mm.
after leg day.
No,
I always feel
absolutely
dead
not.
leg. I mean, I don't know if you. I haven't been in the gym in a while, but
Yeah.
I mean, I
You're
was
like,
like,
well, in
I was
1985, I felt dead legged.
yeah,
So
1985 when I did squats, I couldn't walk out of the gym, bud. Like someone had to drag me out of there. So I mean, I get it. It makes you feel like you really did something when you can't
Yeah.
use your legs. Bless you,
Yeah.
Jillian. Bless you
bless
again.
me,
Bless you.
thank me.
Is there a chance we might be able to get to see like one pump set on camera?
Yeah, take us
I
for
don't
a
think
rep.
I don't think I'm ready for that yet.
Oh
I don't
boy,
think
Maybe
I'm
for
there
the
yet.
Patreon.
hey, I'll
Yeah,
tell if
maybe
you
for the
don't put
OnlyFans.
if you don't put the
Ooh.
weights in it and you just like do the bar, I'll tell people like you're benching 350.
That's a good idea. Maybe
481. 482.
yeah. Maybe I'll do that set here in a little bit and record it, and we can doctor it a little bit.
Oh yeah, we will
Wait.
for sure. I'll put those big cartoony weights on it, like the big balls that's like 1,000
Yes.
pounds. Yeah, it'll be
Yes.
fucking sweet. So Jason, Jason's here because we got to talk about Nashville too, because Nashville comes up next week. I won't be in Nashville because I double booked myself to Disney. Oh, poor pitiful me. You got to go to Disney.
That's like the 8th time you went to Disney too, I
Yeah,
swear.
I have an 8-year-old kid, 7-year-old, and we bought a
Spoiled.
pass. We bought a pass, so now we got to use it. Like I got to get my money's worth, you
Sure.
know. And so Jason's gonna MC. Jason's gonna MC the Nashville draft. How excited are you about that?
I am excited. It's been a while since I've done one. I had to walk out of the gym. We have a small gym, and someone just came in, and I don't want to podcast during her workout. So,
Swole and polite.
Hey, be
Yeah.
careful, because she might have a camera set up in her back pocket and film you and put you on TikTok looking at her butt on her cheeks when she's
That's okay.
doing weight.
I'm okay. If I look at her butt, it's her right to blast me on the internet. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
But I do have good gym etiquette. I think gym etiquette is important.
Mhm.
So that's why I stepped out. But I am excited to MC Nashville. It's been a hot minute since I've done one. We're talking about working out. If you're gonna be at the Nashville one and you just walk up to me at the draft and you're like, man, you look good. Have you been working out? You'll probably get an extra beer ticket. I'm just saying. So just throwing that out there for the listeners. But I am pumped.
Awesome.
Literally and
Pump.
mentally.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just guns blazing, baby. Let's
Yeah.
go. All right. Well, listen, I don't want to keep you too much from your workout. I'm just glad that you showed up. I know you came in that middle of that interview. We could have had you for longer, but anything else you want to add? Find us some money lining. If you can text me the money line
I will.
while we're doing this, so I could let this go. And one more. I know we're talking about getting some content at the gym already. Can you put your phone in your back pocket so when that
Ooh.
chick checks out your cheeks, we can put her on blast?
The cheek checker.
I am wearing the good short shorts today, so yeah, I'll do that for you.
The 5-inch inseam.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Are
yeah.
they tight? Biker shorts too?
they're Fabletics. Does that make me old?
Okay.
If I work out here
No,
with
no, that's
Fabletics?
well, that's good. But hey, listen, I'm going to order you some 5-inch inseam biker shorts to
Okay.
BLPA ones. And it's going to say
I'll wear 'em.
BL on one cheek, PA on the other cheek.
Hey,
know what I'm saying?
wait till you see what I'm wearing for the Nashville draft party.
I
I'm not
really-
going to show you. You'll have to see it on draft day.
Okay,
This is a
I
teaser.
also people they text us the money line because they want to put everyone on. So whatever you money line sounds like people are gonna jump on with us, right?
All right.
But
well,
I want you to bring back the old school Jason and Frank draft dress. You know what I'm saying?
so that's the thing. Me and Frank talked about it. We've got new outfits. We're moving on. We're evolving, if you will.
I like that.
Don't get me
I like
wrong.
that.
The originals were fantastic.
They were.
I
They
still
were great.
have it.
They were great.
But we're evolving and we're progressing. So this outfit you're gonna see for the draft in Nashville, I think you're gonna dig.
I kind of feel like I'm going to see it and want to have to step up my game. And I've just gotten comfortable with, shirts and shorts, and now I feel like I'm going to have to like step up. I mean, we did a Monopoly theme and I came dressed up as the Monopoly guy one time to
That's
MC a
cute as
draft.
heck.
Right. And so,
yeah.
I mean, I feel like now I'm going to have to step up my game if you're going to start, pulling this stuff on me.
I want a
I
teaser
agree.
of like your face and your full body, but then there's like the sensor box over your body wearing the outfit. Can we
Mhm.
put that up?
And then we'll do a reveal, and we'll be like,
Yeah.
250 likes, and we get to reveal Jason's draft outfit.
And you get to see what's
Done.
underneath.
Hell yeah.
Done. Okay, so
All right, well,
I'll
hey, go back. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. You go ahead.
I was gonna say go back to pump and iron. We don't want to keep you. I feel you're losing the burn already.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, I
Yeah.
appreciate you guys having me. And Jillian, I will be listening, so careful on the smack talk once I get off.
Yeah, I just can't say it to your face. I'll wait till
Hey,
it's behind your back after this.
mhm.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
this is keyboard warriors right here, boys.
Right.
So,
I'm a troll.
all
All
right,
right.
buddy.
See you
Hey,
guys.
thank you. I'll talk to you later, buddy. See ya.
Good sesh.
Good sesh.
His
Hey,
hair is
hey,
inspirational.
I know. Listen, that's why I want to go to Turkey. Like, see how he always inspires me to be a better Nick.
Are we
Like
sure that that's not just like the hats with the fake
no,
hair
I
that
know.
they
I've
sell?
seen
My
it.
dad
Look,
had that.
I've seen it. I've seen it for sure. I mean, I've seen him without a hat, and it's glorious. And I'm gonna go on record because he said he's going to listen. He's going to listen,
Okay.
and I want this to be on record. Jason Limbacher inspires me to be a
Aw.
better Nick. So now I want to get I want to wear some good outfits to the draft. I want to get in the gym, start pumping some iron around there. Just throw what do they say? Just throwing weight around. That's gonna be me.
Tossing weight around, yeah, for
Just
sure.
toss. Yeah, I'm gonna toss it, and then and have
Easy
long
money.
luscious hair. And so, Jason Limbacher, thanks for making me a better Nick, bud.
Well, you haven't been a better Nick yet. You said you just wanna do all that stuff. So
Yeah.
you're still technically the same,
Thanks for
but
making me want to be a better Nick,
there we
Jason. Thank
go.
you. I
I'm
appreciate
here
that.
to just level you and make you
Mhm.
feel, smaller, like a smaller human. I feel
No,
like that's my role, is to just make people
y
feel less.
I think why this works, Jillian, why it's been so successful to date is a guy that's always aspiring to be amongst the stars
Hmm.
and the clouds needs
Hmm.
someone trying to pull him back down to earth,
Always, like, shooting the
right?
balloon.
Yeah, always like, "No." And
No.
that
You
inspires
suck.
me to say, "Fuck you, Jillian. I'll show you." That's what it is, and every person needs one of that. And, so we got some commenters on the board. And listen, I didn't focus on Jason's sleeves because I just always know Jason doesn't wear sleeves on his shirts.
Mhm.
That's just Jay. He does not wear sleeves. He buys a hoodie,
Jason, no
cuts
sleeves.
them. And he says, "Was Jason wearing a full t-shirt?" I don't like it. I didn't see that.
No,
I
his
didn't see
his his shoulders were open.
Oh, his shoulders were open. Shoulders were open, everyone. No one
Yep.
fear. This is not an emergency.
Trust.
Everyone get back. Just act normal. Nick, we need you in a BLPA tilted kilt draft suit. You're halfway
Ooh!
there. We do have BLPA kilts. Um, Odd that the people that wasted my money on BLPA kilts now have their own company and do not have their company kilts. So that's kind of weird.
Hmm.
I've always been dead set against kilts. I was harangued
Ooh, it's a
into
good word.
getting these kilts, and I still got a shit ton of kilt. I don't know what like. Am I supposed to go? Who wears kilt? Is it the Scottish people that wears kilt? It's Scottish,
Yeah.
right? Am I
Yeah,
gonna
they
have to
do.
go to fucking Scotland and just start handing these things like see a homeless guy on the street? Here's your kilt.
No, you
Here's
know
your
what you have to do is have a
here's
Braveheart themed
we had
tournament.
we had like Boston. We had like we had Boston on St. Patty's Day weekend, right? Where
Oh,
everyone's wearing
yeah.
like flag kilty shit. Can't do it. I thought
Still
about
no?
instead of doing like t-shirts, just everyone, hey, everyone get you get a kill, you get a kill, you get a kill, you get a kill. Yeah, everyone gets
Yeah.
killed. So there are
I
people
think
that
if
do
you
wear
could
kilts.
lift it up, if it was like a kilt with sort of a jock strap attached to it underneath that had BLPA on it, or like little undies, so like if someone bent over and it was like BLPA was like on the butt. Like what's a
The
fun little
booties.
surprise we can throw in?
Yeah, that would be fun. I think, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people that wear kilts don't wear underwear underneath those kilts.
And so that's the
So,
fun part of that for them.
so they just get, yeah, they're just sitting there getting breezy, getting the boys breezy, you know?
All right, back to the whiteboard for me.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
I'll
So,
keep
but we
ticking on
could do
that.
something like girls. We get like a bra with BLPA, and so then they could show. I think that would be fun for
So
a
the
bunch of guys.
BLPA is on the inside of the
No,
cup for when
no,
you flip it up.
it's just BLPA, so it's on the bra, right? So you lift
Oh.
up your shirt, and then they just see BLPA.
Oh, I thought you had the bra lifting
Guerrilla
all the
market.
way
Well,
up.
okay, yeah, I would love to see the hole without the bra too. I mean, that's great too. I mean, I think that would probably be better for people. Like they would enjoy that more. But I think just seeing the bra would keep us not in trouble for a little
Got
bit.
it.
You
Well,
know,
you could have a lingerie line. So this is after the game, after the locker room, lights out. Lights a
BLPA
little bit
bedtime.
on.
BLPA bedtime. Yeah, lights just
Yeah.
very low. We can still see it.
Or maybe off, depending on how you're feeling about your body that day.
No, we want you to always feel good about your body.
Yeah,
and
we
to show
want
it
you
off.
to.
And not only will we make you feel good about your body, you also promote BLPA. So what's the big deal? Yeah, I think that would be great. I mean, I know
think
there.
we're in.
Yeah. Well, Jillian, you're our only model right now. So
Trust me, no one wants to. What's something? Can we get like a belly band that has BLPA? Something to support this thing?
listen, I think people love belly. They like bellies on
There are
women that are about
pregnancy
to give birth.
fetishes.
No, but I mean, I think just I don't think there's anyone's like, ugh, pregnancy, but I don't think there's anyone that's like that. I think
There
people see it.
definitely is.
Who? I've never seen anyone go, oh my God, she's pregnant, got a big belly.
She has a human in there.
Yeah, I mean, I think
She's
people
keeping the
see it,
human race going.
and it makes people like, oh, she's having a baby. Look at that pretty belly bump.
That's true.
It's not like us guys we have the bumps, but no babies inside.
I know. I look at some guys. I'm like, I have the same body build as you right now. Like,
Mhm.
who did it better?
Exactly.
I look like a star-bellied sneech.
Exactly.
So really, you should have maternity wear for BLPA because everyone stares at your belly. So I
Mhm.
should just have it straight across there. So that's the first thing they see.
Yeah, and then
That's our next marketing.
but then you can pull it up, and it'll have a print of a baby, like an actual baby saying BLPA.
And he's drinking a
Beer.
little baby
Beer
root
bottle.
beer out of a bottle, a baby
Bottle
bottle beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Sue, I promise you that I can get you a few people who'd want to see you in a
Hey,
BLPA
listen.
bra.
Oh yeah, Sue, let's go. Speaking of Sue, let's get. We're talking about BLP After Dark, and we missed this whole part. So this is Sue. I was telling you about this. About Sue listens to the big show in bed. She's obviously not in bed now, but when we were doing it at night, Sue's listening in bed, and Bill, Wildman Bill, who is a bad motherfucker, by the way. Make sure he hears this, Sue. Wildman Bill is a bad motherfucker. He was like, "What? I'm just laying in bed with my lady, and I'm having to hear your voice," which is probably every guy's dream, I think. And so I said, okay. So we did a segment where we got Sue in the mood for Bill. And it worked. I'm pretty sure it worked over time. I think Sue has it on, or Bill has it on
Sue
repeat. So
confirmed.
he's like, oh, new episode's on, babe. And then he plays it. And it's always just the same one. But I told Sue we're gonna get Jillian to get Bill in the mood. So what would you just give us a quick? I know we don't have it fully planned. This is kind of tossed on us.
Yeah.
But what would you say to Bill to get him in the mood? With Sue, listen, we're helping you here. So all right.
I wish I had like some slow jam music going on in the back.
There ain't nothing wrong with
Oh,
a
no
little
lyrics because
bump.
that will conflict. It had that bow 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 like
Hold on,
that.
let me see if I can find baby making. Now we're gonna get sued because I'm doing baby making music instrumental.
No royalty free baby making music.
Let's see. Hold on. This is just.
Oh, hey Bill, you see that lady over there? That's your wife. I know what you're thinking. You can't wait to get her out of here. What is she wearing under that shirt? Is that a BLPA bra? You're gonna need a closer look, aren't you? Get her back to the bedroom. That's what Nick's not gonna talk. Nick's not here with us right now. It's just you and me and Sue and Bill. and not me for very long. Because I don't want to see what's about to go down. Sue flashes just one shoulder. You can see the strap of that BLPA bra. You know what's coming next. You see the B. She's going to show you the L. The P. Oh, that PA is coming next. That PA right in her other A hole. If that's what you're into, maybe she wants to try it tonight. Hey, yeah. Bill and Sue, this one's for you.
Turn it up. If you're digging the show, support us through patreon.com/BLPA.
Another baby, maybe two.
We did it. We did it. Bill finished.
He's finished. Woo! And Sue, I made it short for you.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Okay, I'm going to tell you about. We got 3 picks. 2. What are we doing here? 6-player parlay.
Poor Jeff.
We're going back into bed.
If I just joined the show, what have I stumbled into?
You've stumbled into
Exactly what
greatness.
you've been looking
Yeah,
for.
exactly what you
The
need. So
algorithm knows you, Jeff. Don't
exactly.
act like you don't know.
So basically, what we're saying is if you enjoyed that little ditty, boom, you think this episode's worth $1, we'd love to have it. We'd love
Oh,
to have it.
I
You can just
would.
stand there and get us right there. Or you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/WLPA. We got our bet slips here. We got a 6-player parlay, pays out 4.7K if we can make it hit,
Dang.
which is a big one. Which okay, so let's see. We got single game parlay. Bryce Harper total bases, he must have 2 or more. So if he hits a dinger, we got it. And that's what Bryce Harper does. He hits dingers. Jake Berger, player must start and record at least 1 plate appearance, 2 bases. Kyle Schwarber, player must start and record at least two bases for him too. All right. And then we got the New York Yankees, Juan Soto, 2 Soto bases, and Aaron Judge. So we basically need 5 dingers here. Oh, wait, we got more. And then we got Anthony Santander
Whoa.
and Gunnar Henderson in the Nationals at Baltimore Oilers. So we have a 7-pick parlay here. Yeah, seven-player parlay. We just need a bunch of dingers. We need balls flying out of the
All right.
park. All right. Balls flying today, boys. Let's go.
I wish
Dingers
we
only.
had Adam to give us some stats on the odds of us collecting
Well,
this right
it
now.
has to be it has to be pretty low, because that's why it's for $50 we could win $4.7 thousand, $4,700.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yep, yep. So that's our parlay. Everyone asked for it. Everyone asked for it. So, well, 2 singles, 1 double, or a home run. Yeah, I get it. I get what 2 bases means, but we could be safe. We can really be safe if we hit ding. If every one of those guys hits a dinger, that we would be safe for sure. We would win. So
Okay.
that's the parlay. I'm not a betting man. I got my betting man Jason. All the money we make from our we have like Facebook bonuses, like content bonuses for the people that watch all our stuff. So every month we make something off of it, and usually it's like $30 to $40. This one month it was $107. This was $57 or $56. So we just toss that 50 on there and try to double it up and show Facebook what's up.
What happens if we beat that $107 month? I think we should put something on there.
Yeah, well, we would put it all on something, right?
But it should be like if we beat our $107 month, I myself would contribute $14 to.
The problem
Like
is I don't know what constitutes the money. Like, it's not a breakdown of how many watches. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if
Yeah.
it's watching our live streams. I don't know if it's interacting. I don't know what it is. It's just Facebook saying, here's a bonus. And I'm like, well, good. Cause I always heard
Ye
Facebook was going to charge me to start posting. So this is nice to actually get money from Facebook.
Yeah,
See,
I want money for no reason.
they used to have like this thing, and I still have it on like the BLPA Big Show, or maybe the Game Time when we were doing video games, where people could donate or they could give us gifts and it would give us money, right? They'd be like, oh, like you could buy like 100 of them for
Yeah, yeah,
90,
yeah.
90 cents or something. But for some reason it says we're eligible, but it won't put it on our live streams, which would be nice if it would.
Ooh.
But that's
Yes,
why when we do our telethon, it's gonna have to be on Twitch so people can donate bits to us.
that's right.
So we're
Bitcoins.
They do have it on YouTube or on TikTok Live. They have it as well, but we do have access to it. We just don't know how to use it because we're not Adam and we're not smart.
That's true.
We are
Maybe
not.
we can hire him for
Maybe that would be
free
nice. I mean, we don't have any money, but we'd have to.
for a Bitcoin.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I don't want to do it. That's like $60,000.
What? You don't have that?
I
Oh, it's
don't.
on sale.
I have like one. I have like 1/100th of a Bitcoin. I think $600 worth
Rich
of
man.
Bitcoin. I know. Thank you. All right. So what's next? What's next on the docket?
Okay. Well, I have a little game for you because I
Okay.
like games. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't tell you that I was going to do this. So
Oh
this
boy.
is what it's going to be called. I'm going to give you, it is hockey movie quotes, real or deek,
Okay. I'm
which
horrible at
also means
movie
real or
quotes.
fake.
Everyone in their friend group has that guy that like constantly quotes movies, and they're like, "What's it from?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know." Like,
Okay,
I-
cheeseburger, diet Pepsi guy,
that's
whatever
Saturday
that
Night Live. All right, I know that. That's iconic.
basically.
That's iconic. But like, there's just one guy that knows way too many movie quotes and he uses them. And
Yes.
then there's also that one guy in the friend group that constantly quotes Letterkenny or what's the Shorzy, and you're just like, "Fucking give it a rest, bud." So
Yeah.
okay, cool.
That's because they don't know what else to say and they're trying to relate to
No,
you.
I get I get it. I get it. I'm not above them. I let them go, but it's just like, listen,
No,
let's
I
talk
know,
about
it's
the
obnoxious.
So
These are okay. So I have 3 classic movies that you definitely have to know. Slapshot, okay?
mm-hmm.
Miracle,
Yep.
Mighty Ducks.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna go Slapshot, real or fake.
Okay.
A good team is like a family, and we're all a little crazy.
Fake.
Well, I didn't say the other. There's 2, and you're gonna have to tell me
Okay.
which one's real and which one's fake.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. The only thing that matters is if you win or lose. And if you don't win, you're a loser.
Okay.
Okay. So that's it. Which one's real? Which one's fake of Slapshot?
The second one's real.
Correct. Oh, I also
Okay.
have Youngblood quotes if Lexi wants to play.
I mean,
did
this,
get to.
I liked Youngblood, but I've only seen it. I've only seen it a few times, but I like it about Tea with Miss McGill. That's a good one.
Okay. I'll throw a Youngblood in there just for our
Just
girl
for
Lexi.
funsies.
Just for funsies onesies.
Okay.
Okay.
I hope people are
Miracle.
playing along with us, by the way, while we're doing this.
Yes,
Even
yes,
though
yes.
I know they're delayed, but still put it in the chats. That would be great.
Yeah, I want to hear. I mean,
Okay.
I want to read. Okay. Miracle.
Mm-hmm.
Great moments are born from great opportunity.
Okay, come on.
Okay. Next
Yeah,
one.
that's the one. I already know it. You know, okay, give me the next. Next one's fake. Let's
The
go.
only way to win is to never lose hope.
Yeah, it's the first one is the real one for sure.
See,
I
do you
mean,
feel
that's
better now? You
it's
thought you were
so
gonna lose all
easy.
these.
That was so easy. Great moments.
Well, I'll make it worse.
It's like
I was
saying
just
like,
trying to make you feel good.
oh, legs feed the wolves. Like, of course we know that one. I mean, that's as an American just coming off the Olympics. Like we know that story. We
'Kay.
know like American high. Hey, and here's the deal: if you are an American and you haven't watched Miracle, Jillian.
First
Okay,
of all,
I'm
if
just
you want to
making
get
sure.
into it,
You said you don't you think it's great that you don't watch things that everyone's supposed to be watching. Okay,
yes.
so basically, I was going to fire you on the spot right now if you hadn't watched Miracle.
No, of course I watched Miracle. That's like
Okay.
I didn't tell you this, but he's like my fam. Like
Herb Brooks,
yeah.
and we're getting ready to play in
Herbie.
his Memorial Arena in Lake Placid in a couple weeks.
Wait, no way.
Yeah, hell
That's
yeah.
sweet.
He's your family, like legitimately, you're related to.
Yeah, he's my great uncle. So he's my mom's uncle.
Okay, you're 3/4 hockey guy now instead of 2/3.
I'm moving on up, baby.
How come you didn't let us know about this?
Because you have to love me for who I am.
Not just for what you can bring to the show.
Not just for
Oh,
who
okay.
I know.
Well,
See?
did you know
The
we were
surprises
dealing
just keep
with
coming.
hockey royalty family? You know?
Yeah, but I'm still worthless, so what does that tell you? You can't do anything in life.
I mean, yeah.
See, Jeff, I told you, I'm from Minnesota, and I saw Miracle. I got this one on lock.
Well, I wish we would have met you, long before, his untimely passing. I think
That's
that
absolutely true, which was actually, like, a day or 2 ago was the anniversary.
yeah, I know, and so we could have had him on the show. But I've been
Yes.
I've been scrolling TikTok,
Mhm.
and I don't know how I got onto this, but it's like people have these like spirit boxes, and they like go to graveyards, and then
Oh, yeah.
we could get a spirit box and try to talk to Herb.
That sounds really scary.
Yeah,
I actually don't wanna hear anything.
found
I feel like he'd be mad.
yeah, but I found it late at night. I was scared. It is like pitch dark,
Yes.
and I heard, and it's like it's a guy cleaning the gravestone, and it's like
Yes!
going
I
through
watched the same one.
and you're like, what? And
Yeah.
I have to know that it's probably fake, but you never know.
I don't know, and he's cleaning it, and they're like, "He's helping." And
Yeah,
I'm like,
you're
"Ah."
like what? And then it's like, get out, and he's like, I'm not getting out. I'm
Yeah, he's
cleaning
like,
your
"White
grave.
man helping." And
Yeah, and
they're
you're like,
like,
what? Yeah, so okay.
yeah, I watch those same videos. Those ones freak me out. That and the
We should do that.
skinwalkers get me every
We
time.
should do that. We should get one of those spirit boxes, and
I will
then
not summon
Herb.
any outer
With Herb.
worldly being.
But why? What if
Are you
we just
kidding?
want
You
we
seem
just
like a
want
Ouija board guy.
well, maybe. No, because I think that people like move it to, I don't think the Ouija board is real, but I think we could summon some people.
I don't know, because what if they latch on to you and then you have evil spirits with you
But what
following
if you
you?
but what if you get the good spirits to latch onto you and it makes
That is
everything
just
better in your
not you
life?
just said I'm not a betting man. I'm not a gambling man, and that's a gamble you wanna make? See,
Maybe.
Lexi, leave
May
them be.
But what if they wanna be heard? I mean, if I'm dead, I
Then they'll
still
tell
want
ya.
listen, if I'm dead, summon the shit out of me because I still got shit to say.
And
Be a beauty. Listen, subscribe. subscribe, rate, and review. Let's get it.
Trust me, no one wants to summon you for that reason.
I know. Listen, there's literally a guy at our hockey tournament this weekend was like, "Shut the fuck up, Nick." And I'm like, "Listen,
like, how does he have a microphone even when he's dead? God, cut this guy's cord."
It's like this guy's cleaning my grave. I'm like, "Welcome."
The greatest cemetery in the world.
That would be incredible, right? And listen, I would 100%. I'm going to be a spirit that wants to help people, unless you're an Oiler fan. If you're an Oiler fan, I'm haunting the shit out of you. Summon me.
I'm going to make only the Oiler fans summon you then, just to keep making you angry.
But you do that, and I'll make sure your team loses all the fucking time. Like you'll lose enough, and then the gold rule will be in effect, and you will never get number one pick. So, Nicholas, yes, we are coming to Alaska. We actually moved the Alaska dates. We just, in Alaska, they don't like to play hockey in the summer a lot. No offense, but I get it. I come from a place with shitty winters too, and in the summertime when nice weekends, you don't want to be in the rink. So we're gonna move it to actually in between Christmas and New Year's, little holiday party, and maybe, just maybe, there'll be some Alaskan girls at the, what's it called, the Bushwhacker or the Bush Plane in BLPA lingerie. You never know, or the Great American Bush. I don't know. It's called the Great American.
I think it should be Bushwhacker.
John Andre is in here. I saw John Andre. He'll be able to know the Great American Bush Club or something. Yeah, we're gonna get all the girls up there in BLPA bedtime
and their little undies.
We are.
Okay.
We are. So okay, next quote, next movie.
Okay, quote. Mighty Ducks.
Oh, this one will be a little harder. 1, 2, or 3.
There's 2 quotes.
1, 2, or 3 movie.
What do you mean?
There's 3 movies. Mighty Ducks 1, Mighty Ducks 2, Mighty Ducks 3.
Oh, the 1992.
Okay. Have you never seen the Mighty Ducks?
No, I think I have.
It's on Disney Plus.
I have.
Bush Company. That's what it's the Bush Company. Yeah.
It even takes place in Minnesota. This one I have no excuse for.
Yeah. Charlie Conway is he's a big guy, Minnesota.
Oh, I should go find him. I'm gonna go talk to him. I'm going there for the fair. I should tweet at him to meet me at the fair.
Can I say a quote and then you tell me if it's one you used?
Yeah.
It's not worth winning if you can't win big.
Nope.
Okay, that's a good.
We're
quote.
safe.
Okay. Whew.
All right. Hockey is a game of heart, and ours is unbeatable. Or ducks fly together.
Oh, come on. Come on. Ducks fly together. I mean, I even said like that first one's cheesy, but I wouldn't put it past some kind of Disney bullshit to add that kind of stuff in there.
I'll make it harder next time.
Ducks fly together. I mean, come on. So easy. Hey, I'm not good with quotes, but I nailed all of those. Nick 1, Jillian 0.
I was just trying to make your day better.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much better. I gotta drive down. I just got back into town last night at like 10 p.m. And after this, I gotta drive down to the border, pick up all these boxes I shipped from Oklahoma to Montana, and then drive them back up here so we can get merch just flowing.
I feel like you should just hire a truck driver. You know what we should do is we should unveil a new merch on the live podcast.
Okay, like in terms of like me wearing it,
like a next time, yeah, or like showing a picture, but like you can only see it if you watch our video.
Okay, we'll do that. I actually have another one coming out too.
Oh, sweet. Jeff said, I need the fam's opinion on this. Inside Out 2 is a hockey movie.
Okay? I've only seen Inside Out 1.
Boo! All right, so shut it. Here's the deal.
My kid has seen Inside Out 2. Have you seen Inside Out 2?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I wanted to go see it again in Oklahoma, but he wouldn't go. But I know Riley at the end of Inside Out 1, she was skating up the ice, scoring, sniping Genos. So I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go off that and say, yeah, it is a hockey movie.
I'm gonna go and say it's not a hockey movie because it's more emotion based than like hockey.
And what's hockey full of? What's hockey full of? Emotions. I emotionally hurt my hamstring this past weekend, and it did not feel good.
Say more.
I was emotionally injured.
Was this after dark or was this on ice?
No, this was
Come on,
ice.
Tanis. Where is she?
It was on ice. And listen, think of how brave it was for me to finish out the 3 games after I hurt myself and lead my team to silver with 0 goals.
Brave is a word.
How brave am I? How brave am I? How brave am I?
Oh, God, and we're out of time.
Sue says trying to score on me.
Jeff's mad.
Listen, no, I did try to score on you. I can't. By the way, Sue is an incredible goalie. I just want to let you know.
She's a goalie?
Yeah, she also She also found out she's Mexican and went and played for Team Mexico, but
Wha-
she's whiter than I am. I mean, I don't judge a book by its cover, I guess.
Yeah.
She tries to say, "Oh, well, my maiden name is Gonzalez or something like that." For now, I can't remember what her maiden name is, but
Okay, so just pick a different racist last name.
no, she said. I pretty much think it is
I
Gonzalez.
just
She's
kidding.
right here. She says
Is
she's
it
older than
Sue
dirt.
Gonzo?
Gonzalez. I can't remember what she said. But anyway, she is an incredible. Like she's obviously a Team Mexico goalie, probably a starter,
Sweet.
number one goalie in Team Mexico. What's up, brother? And yeah, see, that's
Oh,
what
you
my
were
name
right.
was, Gonzalez. Yeah, nailed it. See, I listen to women when they talk. See,
Huh?
look at me, big
What?
big woman guy. But anyway, I did hurt my hamstring. Not even doing anything. I literally just stepped to poke the puck to my winger Ian, and
Yep.
my hamstring went, and I was like, "Ay,
Yeah.
you!" And it's been on fire for the last two, but no bruising. So I don't think I have a tear. I think I just maybe pulled it a little bit, and then it said, "Whoa, bud, whoa, ease up," and then I eased up. Then
Oh,
I eased up.
Nelly, you just
I
gotta
eased up.
rest a little bit.
Yeah,
Your
yeah. And I
tender
got to
little
rest and
hamstring.
ice, get a little massage, get some massage going. Got some
Definitely, yeah, definitely the massage. That's the intro to our lingerie line. That's how it starts.
hurt your hamstring. Ready for a massage.
Did you hurt your hamstring this weekend?
So people are
Okay,
saying that
everyone's disagreeing that Inside Out 2 is a hockey movie.
I haven't even seen it and I know things.
Well, okay, but I know she plays hockey a lot, but it's not like
They said she's
I
at a
mean, I
hockey
guess
camp. Wait,
it
so
is
wait,
at a hockey camp, and it's like her emotions, and she's, you know, going to learning from older girls, and she's anxious, and it's about hockey, she's training, but I just picture, like, if it could be a different sport, like, Mighty Ducks is, like, about winning this game and doing this thing. Hers is more like a friendship and finding out who she is and
listen,
learning how to deal with her emotions.
our sport isn't just about winning and losing. It's about life lessons, learning how to deal with
Okay.
all the stuff that comes along with life. All right.
All right,
So
Inside Out is the hockey movie of the year.
yay! That was probably going to be the only hockey movie. Wouldn't it be cool if they took some of the other sports movies and then made them into hockey? Like, was it like the Last Boy
Double
Scout?
teamed.
Wasn't like the Last Boy Scout where the guy's like running through the football field and he pulls out his gun and just starts shooting people on the field. Like what they did hockey, they're skating and a guy pulls out a gun, but he's like, "Oh no, that's my mushrooms," and he puts them back in, and then he pulls out a gun and he's like skating around. I just think it'd be cool to like take all the other
Probably.
sports movies and make them into hockey movies.
Okay, I'm down for that, and I think because you pulled that shroom reference that we just have to make a year-end video that is, like, the compilation of all the things that happened during your beer league season, like,
Mhm.
of the year, like, someone pulling out shrooms and like you said, someone's shooting someone,
Well,
of
no
course.
one shot anybody. I'm just saying that was
Oh,
what happened in the movie. But wouldn't it be cool if the movie that was a hockey movie, like all that stuff took place like on a hockey, like see snakes in the fucking ice rink.
oh,
You know,
yeah.
I'm sick and tired of these snakes on the motherfucking ice rink.
Oh, I
You know
thought it
what?
was just a take on, snakes on a plane, but it was in the
Yeah,
ice rink instead.
yeah, that's what we're saying. We take all the movies, but then make them
Yeah.
hockey.
Yeah, but the way you said that sounded like a quote from a real movie.
Yeah, snakes. So I changed the quote from the movie and made it a quote from the
Oh,
hockey
he
movie.
says that in the movie?
Oh my gosh.
I feel if I didn't feel dumb enough after talking to Adam, I feel like now I can successfully sign off knowing that I've been absolutely useless.
Yeah. So you know what? Like, and look at this. Look at me. Look at me.
I'm
I'm
the
the
I'm
captain
the
now.
captain
And
now.
then he's
Like,
got a C on his jersey.
yeah,
You know what I'm
that
saying?
would be good. That would be
Look at
good.
me. I think that see? Perfect.
That
I
one's
always say
good.
that because John Under said something about Tom Hanks. So yeah,
Mm,
there's no crying in hockey because you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because league of their own.
You play puck like a girl. Sandlot.
Nailed it. Nailed it. And that's what all those kids did. Like that's what they did.
That's the worst thing you could say.
Yeah.
Imagine that now in, like, our
Yeah.
everything sexist.
I know. I know. So all right.
Okay,
Next.
okay, okay, okay.
Onward. That's what Theo Vaughn would say. Onward.
Onward, I just wanted to bring up that I would like to personally
Pregnant.
thank the like 13% of people who voted for me to get to charter a plane to take my dog to Minnesota versus your like 85% of votes who would rather get you a hair transplant.
Hey, how many people voted?
I don't think it was like 21 or something.
Okay, so I got what, 15 votes
Yeah, I think I got 6.
divided by 10,000. I'm
So if
gonna
everyone just
start collecting.
contributes,
Yeah, I'm gonna start collecting from these guys here.
if
So we got
everyone gives you
10,000
$1,000, that will give you
divided
some
by
spending
15.
money.
Yeah, it is $667 from everyone that voted for me now. You can put that at the BLPA, THE,
Pocket change.
BLPA. And listen, and in 6 months, I will have Jason Limbacher hair. Isn't that what you want to see? Isn't that
Do they
what you
wanna
want
see
to see?
Jason Limbacher, or do they wanna see you
No,
with hair
they want to
looking
see
like him?
me with Jason Limbacher hat
Oh, you should put the QR code now and say, "Is this episode worth $667?"
because we want it. That's what it says, right? What does
Yeah.
it say? Where is it at? Design. Where's that thing at? Nope. Is that no QR codes right there? There it is.
Oh, but it has to say $667.
Hold on. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah.
Oh, right there, right there. Yes, it
Easy
is.
as that.
It's just so easy. I hope it starts rolling in. And so, people want to hear about Lake Placid. Listen, Lake Placid is
Okay.
Lake Placid's a beautiful city, town. It has a village. I don't know what the thing is, the difference, because it's a small place, but it's an absolutely insane weekend when we go, because there's not really much going on in the village. Because it's like, right, oh, someone scanned the QR code. I see it. $667. Let's go. Come on.
Woo!
Hey, Jalen, would you take your dog on a plane to Turkey with me? Might be able to get people going with that.
Absolutely.
We just buy the dog the third seat.
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. So just all of it.
Done.
Every single
So
person.
this is everybody wins.
Everybody wins.
$667.
And then you get good content because we'll be on a plane together. We'll probably have to wait till the
Yeah.
baby's here.
I'm gonna live stream you like
Yeah, and I can't sleep on a plane. But anyway, okay, Lake Placid, great place. It looks like we're going to have the draft party at the barbecue joint that is absolutely fucking
what do they have at that barbecue joint so that you know it's a
barbecue.
good barbecue joint?
Well, they have nanner pudding for sure. And they also have cornbread. That's another pretty big staple.
Ooh,
I mean,
cornbread.
you don't have to have cornbread to be a barbecue place, but if you have cornbread, you're that much further ahead in the game.
Mac and cheese.
Do they have mac and cheese? Mac and cheese is good. My mom used to have this killer
Yeah.
mac and cheese recipe. And
Yeah.
like my brother sorry, Casey, if you're listening, he tried to make it when we did this thing when we were there, wasn't the same. Wasn't the same. And you know who else had a killer mac and cheese recipe? Super VIP Johnny Dunham. Whenever I had said this about my mom's mac and cheese when she passed away, like one of the things, how you remember, and we had a tournament. He brought me a whole platter of his family's secret
Dang.
recipe mac and cheese, and so that was pretty fire too. Pretty
I
fire.
think we need to host a BLPA mac and cheese off.
I think that would be great, but
But
it would probably be better with wings, chicken
no,
wings,
I want
and
mac and
ranch.
cheese.
Because I did this thing in Calgary one time where they had like 50 restaurants with chicken wings, and they invited me to come for, like, no one knows me here in Calgary, I don't think. Like,
Not
they gave
yet.
me like free tickets and like come and cast your votes, but I think everyone could vote, but I got a free ticket, so I was going. I had so many wings. So many wings, by the way. So fire.
That's good protein too.
Yeah,
I want to feel worse about myself after, so I'm going mac and cheese.
yeah. I mean, I don't feel good about myself because I dip, like when I do ranch, it's not just like a little dollop of ranch.
Oh
I
yeah.
dip. I like it's like a
Dunk.
spoon. Like a wing is actually my ranch spoon, and so I dip it in there, and I'm just
Mhm. Yeah, like celery.
and like the ranch is like down into the thing here, and so a BLPA Mac. Listen,
See,
John,
John's
not
on
Mac.
my side.
He's thinking it's a Riz contest where he's going to try to pick up chicks. He thinks he's Mr. Guy. Not he's thinking like, oh, Mac Daddy,
Let him live the dream.
oh, BLPA Mac Daddy. That would be the person who makes the best mac and cheese in the
Mac
BLPA.
Zaddy.
Oh, so or Mac Mama. Sorry, but that's not really a
I don't know. I
tournament.
think Zaddy could be either way. I wouldn't mind
Zaddy,
being a
Mac
Zaddy.
Zaddy. Okay, Mac
Zaddy.
Zaddy. Let's go. Okay,
Yeet.
but Lake Placid. I know
Okay.
what people are wanting. I know what people are wanting, and I want it too. They want to know what the jerseys are going to look like. They want to know. They got to know. They want to know. They got to know. They got to know. But I don't have them yet. But maybe we will do something where if this episode gets X amount of shares or something, we can say, okay, we'll put it out there. We'll put it out there. So share it,
Okay.
like it, comment, do your things. And
your thing,
but Lake
21.
Placid is coming up. And listen, Yep. Negative shout out, Tim. Here, we do negative shout outs here. I don't know if you know that. I don't know if
Okay.
you've been a part of that. So things we don't like, instead of shouting out these people, like, oh yeah, shout out Jillian for being so fucking awesome and having an awesome baby belly. Woo! Shout
So
out
I should be
Jillian.
offended by that.
No.
Oh.
But if we didn't like it, we'd say negative shout out Jillian for that shitty ass baby belly. You know,
I
that's what we
love
would say.
ass baby bellies.
So Tim gets negative shout out for not having the plastic jerseys done, but he did say they were going to be done. He was working on them. So,
All right. Well, Tim, that's worthless.
well, let's not say worthless. We don't want to say
Worth little.
Yes,
You could be worth more if you were doing better.
He could be worth more if we had all our jerseys, but again, that's not all on Tim. Like everyone throws this stuff up on Tim, but that's because I don't like to take accountability for my actions.
Yeah,
that's just life. And shit always rolls downhill, right? Because here's the deal: like when jerseys are late, like the people ordered, Tim doesn't get yelled at. I get yelled at when it's not actually my fault, right?
Mhm.
But in this one, in this scenario, me and Tim play a part sometimes in it, where like I go back and forth on what I want the theme to be, even though I've released a theme. Sometimes I get better themes in my head. And as the commissioner of the BLPA, with all the power and authority vested in me, sometimes I'm like, there could be a better theme, right? So,
Okay. Have you ever had a chicken wing theme?
yes. In
Mac
Buffalo.
and cheese theme?
No, because I
Pickle
don't know.
theme.
Here's the deal. There's been other tournament companies, 15 years experience in baby belly. There's been other companies that have done food jerseys. I've seen them, and they just always, in my mind, were trash. And so I want people to be able to wear the jerseys after the fact. And so for me, it's hard to be like, well, I wouldn't wear this T-bone steak a la carte jersey after this thing, right? I wouldn't wear this corn dog jersey. Some people would, maybe, but I think a lot of people, we do have a theme locked. Actually, he's actually working on this theme for me, and so, but I don't want to release it.
I kind of like what Darren said about having a featured piece on the big show for the farthest traveler to a Dex.
That would be great. And so we used to do this, like, where is the farthest you traveled from?
Yeah.
It's always me.
So I'm featured every week. We already do this.
No, I think it would be a good idea to talk to people that maybe next week I'll get you on someone that travels to a lot of them from a faraway place, a faraway land.
Yeah.
And that land is called Alaska. So maybe we'll get John Andre on here. He does come from Anchorage to quite a bit of tournaments, and he's also a huge supporter in what we do. And he's quite handsome, to be honest with you. And he brings his wife, who makes highlight videos of him with like music between them. You know what I'm saying?
Lit.
You know what I'm saying? He likes it. And and then there's also a chick that comes from Iceland to quite a few of them.
Ooh,
her name is
fitting.
Laura Ann, which is awesome. She's the only weird part is she's always wants to go out to nightclubs dancing after hockey, and we're like,
what's weird about that?
Because we're so fucking tired. Like, be tired like us. Like we're old men here.
She sounds fun.
Well, come on out, Jillian. When we make you that 100% hockey player because you're out playing hockey with us after you pop that belly baby out, and you can't pop that belly. I think that you can be her dancing partner.
I totally would. I would do it now because I would say I'll be like dancing moves, and people are like, "Why are you dancing like that?" I'm like, "How do you think I got pregnant?"
Those are the moves that got you pregnant?
Yeah.
On the dance floor? Wow. I sure was tight. Gotta make love in this club. Love in this club.
T-Pain. Oh, yeah. I miss him. Okay.
I do love me some T-Pain.
We're not professional podcasters. That's why we forgot to lead in to this interview on our live show. But here is our interview with Adam Gold, the author of the Gold Plan that the Professional Women's Hockey League is using right now for their draft. Enjoy listening to a brain that is much smarter than most of us beer leaguers.
Hey guys, Nick here with my good friend Jillian. Jillian, what's going on?
Hi, I'm just hanging out doing a podcast with my friend Nick here. What's going on with you?
Same old. We promise more interviews. So we're getting more interviews in. Today we have Adam Gold here. Adam Gold was the author of the Gold Plan, which is, in my opinion, a revolutionary plan to stop people from just throwing hockey games and having to cheer for losers, like Edmonton Oilers comes to mind. As a Flames fan, I lamented the years where the Edmonton Oilers just lost games so they could get pick after pick after pick, and then finally got awarded with Connor McDavid. So Adam's plan is going to be right up your alley if you feel the same as me. And so we have him on. Adam, what's going on?
Hi, thanks for having me, Nick and Jillian. Everything's great. Thanks for bringing me on.
Hey, our pleasure. I'm glad you took the time. And let's first start off and tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, I mentioned the gold plan, and this is actually the draft plan that's used by the Professional Women's Hockey League right now, which is they're doing a lot of cool things in the PWHL, which is why I was interested in talking to you. But tell people about yourself first, so they can just get to know you as they're listening here.
Yeah, so I've been playing hockey since about 20 years ago, just here in Missouri through undergrad and then through grad school. And then here in the professional life, we're in the beer league here in St. Louis, the home of Patty Maroon down in South County. So we've got plenty of beer league teams out in here. I play in 2 teams, and it's just such a fun time. I love hockey so much.
Are you out of St. Louis area? Is that where you're at right now?
Yeah, I'm in the west part of St. Louis County. It's real nice out here. It's just a real area where you can just go around, and it's right split between city and country lines.
So I was actually just in St. Louis last week, Tuesday, Wednesday last week. Are you close to, like, do you play Centene? Is that your home arena, or is there another one?
Oh, I play roller down in South County at All American, and then at Veta 70. But Centene's just such a nice facility.
Oh, it's so beautiful. I mean, it's 4 sheets of ice and got that little outdoor thing for the outside. And I've tried to get in there with the BLPA, and they're open to it for sure. It's just their time. I mean, just adults always get shit on anyway, and they're like, "Oh, we can't have you, when everyone's playing hockey in the fall and winter, because that's when we got to get all these stinking kids ice." But we will get there eventually. Like, St. Louis is such a cool city too. Are you a fan of Cybergs?
Haven't been there in a long time.
That
Yeah.
mustard sauce is
On purpose, yeah.
yeah. No, it's not on purpose. Cybergs is good, right? Don't you think Cybergs is good?
Oh, it's just been a long time since I've been there, but there's a lot of places that are really nice.
Yeah, look at this guy. He's healthy, wearing a suit. He's not out eating wings and drinking beer like I am, like International Beer League playboy
Right.
myself.
He looks better than both of us combined right now. It's so fresh. I
So
wanna
what
know
you
first, before we actually get into the role, I wanna know, Adam, do you have, like, are you one of the beer league stereotypes? Like, are you a ringer? Are you the rookie? Are you the guy who's, like, drunk before you get on the ice? What
Oh,
kind of
no,
beer league player are you?
I've never actually drank before or during playing hockey. Never done it.
What? That's a good never have I ever.
Yeah, never done it. But just like a typical, like, I just want to play hockey. I just love it. I'll play whatever role you need. I'll just be on the 4th line, like whatever it takes. Just want to play. I just
The
love it.
all around good guy.
locker room guy, big locker room guy, heart and soul
Wow.
of the team. Let's go. All right, well, good. Hey, well, first off, I mean, while you're on here, I just so you guys know how Adam and I kind of got into touch is we talked. I made a post about tipping, and we talked about this on our last podcast about tipping. And I made a post, and then I think I ended the post with, "And if you want to tip me for making this post," Adam tipped me and told me I was hilarious. Which
$5,000. It was so generous.
$5. Come on, but I wish it was $5,000. But it endeared him to my heart because he said I was hilarious. Because I like when people say nice things about me. So let's hear your thoughts on tipping. Do you agree with my take? What do you think about that, Adam?
I think it has its places. It's just, I think, up to the individual. If they really stand out and they give you a better experience than you were expecting, or if they at least met expectations, it's a part of the culture here. And I think that tipping is just a way of expressing your generosity or your appreciation for somebody else's work.
I can see Adam, like he's right here. He's playing the professional line. But what about tipping at fast food joints?
Yeah, it depends. Like, what's the expectation? What's the service? It's just customary here. I mean, in fast food, it's like you just drive by. It's like you're going for timeliness. Who are you holding up? What's the expectation of the customer at that point? Where's that money going? It's up to, I guess, the entire culture if they want to change it.
Yeah.
Would you ever hit the no tip button if they flash that iPad at you? In what instance are you hitting no tip?
Oh God. Probably if I'm just going through the line and it's like I'm just going through like getting some like something really small like a bottle of water or something, or just like you could get it at the vending machine. It's
Mm-hmm.
a little bit maybe borderline.
You know what? I don't, and he brought up a good point that we didn't talk about is where's that tip money go? Like when I'm using my credit card to tip at a machine and I just put a 20% at like Burger King, which by the way, I'm never doing again because we made a rule if we have to stand up and order, we're not going to tip. But if I did, where is it go? Is it actually going to the people? Is it going to this employee that's standing in front of me that just rang up my order and is probably going to mess up? I'm going to order fries and they're going to give me onion rings, which happened at Burger King yesterday.
Do them like that.
Is it going to go to them or is it going to actual Burger King? Because I'm not trying to help out Burger King anymore. I would help I care about individuals, but big corporate Burger King, no thanks.
But would it go to all of the employees who are working that shift and therefore going to an employee who did a bad job and is now getting equal tip? Like, do we have the good guys who are like, here you go, I earned my tip, and now it's in a collective pot that's like, oh, but I wish Brandon get a piece of this, you know?
Well, it's like I just saw the basketball meme from the USA like gold medal. I can't remember who it was, but he's like,
Yeah.
and they're like,
Yes.
the guy
When you're in
that
the group project.
but still got an A. And so, I get it. So, all right, enough about tipping. I know people are
No.
tired of our rants on tipping. So let's go with the gold plan, which by the way, I want to call the gold standard because I love Entourage and it just reminds me of Ari Gold. But it's called the gold plan. So why don't you give people a brief overview? And listen, I've read some of your other interviews. And you're obviously a smart guy. Mathematics, beer leaguers, we're dumb. So you're going to have to dumb it down for us.
Second grade level.
Yeah, so the idea is that when a team becomes eliminated from playoff contention, when they know that they can't reach and qualify for the playoffs, then their remaining games can count toward a draft pick. It's just using their date of elimination in the formula for how you determine the draft order. The PWHL rule is that once a team is eliminated, then they start to accumulate draft order points based on their performance. Whoever has the most draft order points after elimination will be awarded the first pick.
But it's weighted because let's say, because I haven't watched much of the PWHL. I haven't watched much hockey in a couple years just because I've been so busy. But I know like in the NHL, the Edmonton Oilers, when they went on their run of, what was it, 4 number 1 overall picks in 6 years, like they were out of it by Christmas. And then you have the people that are out of it in the last week. How does that, I mean, how does it weight stuff in that fashion where like, the Oilers had, 4 months to gain these elimination points and the team from the other side only had a week of games to get elimination points?
Yeah. In the example with Connor McDavid in Edmonton, in 2015, Edmonton had 15 games after elimination, and they won 6. They lost 3 in overtime. That was good for 15 points. The closest team, the second best team performance was Columbus. They had been eliminated with 6 games left, and they won 5 of those 6. So that would be good for 10 points plus the one they lost in overtime, so 11 points. So Edmonton's 15 points in that 9-game head start, 15 games versus 6 games, would have been enough for them to have earned the first overall pick in this model for Connor McDavid.
The Oilers would have won it?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
But do you see where like it's kind of weighting it is hard because like you said, like they got 9 more games to get these points. I guess I get you're trying to eliminate tanking, but they still won. Would you say they went 6, 7, and 3? Is that what it was? Something like that? 6.
Yeah. Edmonton went 6, 6, and 3.
6, 6, and 3, and Columbus went 5 and 1.
5-0-1, yes, sir.
Yeah. So when you say like, oh, you're trying to earn the number 1 pick, when I look at that, it's like, well, Columbus looks like they could have earned it because they actually played better after being eliminated. They weren't actually tanking per se.
Yeah. If Edmonton had lost a few extra games and they had gone like 4, 8, and 3, Columbus could have earned that first pick with this model.
For sure. I'm just trying to find ways to screw the Oilers. I don't know if you know this, but I'm really trying to shit on the Oilers here.
Oh, well, let me add to that. This idea was this idea was conceptualized back in 2008, and it was published in January of 2010. When this idea was created, Edmonton had never won a draft lottery before.
Okay,
it's that old.
Dang,
that's wild. And listen, and I get it. Like it obviously works. Like I get why you want the lower ranked teams to get the better players because you want them to be competitive in years going forward. But like you said, the reason this plan is kind of making its way through the PWHL and getting a lot of recognition is because it sucks having to be a fan of the Calgary Flames and root for them to lose, because that's how it was this year. Like, I wanted the Flames to lose because we've never had a number 1 overall pick. I think the highest pick we've ever had is number 4 overall Sam Bennett, who went on to win a Stanley Cup with not the Flames this year, by the way. And, excuse me. And so I that's why I like the idea. But what are, I mean, you're obviously a huge proponent of it. You're the author of it. You drafted it. What are some drawbacks to this plan?
So I will get to that. I just want to mention one thing about Sam Bennett since you brought it up. That year, Calgary drafted 4th. In my model, they would have drafted 1st in 2014, and they could have had Aaron Ekblad. That was the Aaron Ekblad draft.
See, this plan is perfect.
You could have rewritten history.
Is there any other times when the Flames would have? What was Tkachuk? Were they 5th? Were they 5th in the Matty Tkachuk year? I think.
Yes, Matthew Tkachuk was drafted 5th overall in 2016 to Calgary, and in my method, Calgary would have had the 3rd pick.
And who was? Well, I guess that we would have taken Tkachuk at 3rd anyway, because I think he fell. Because was that the Line year?
That was the Austin Matthews year.
Austin
Yep.
Matthews.
So it would be Pierre-Luc Dubois was 3rd.
Oh, what a problem. He's a problem anyway. I would have rather had Tkachuk anyway, but nonetheless. But I think I did want Pierre-Luc Dubois at the time. I mean, because the hard part about drafts is you see these players that are so good, and that's who you want. And it actually turned out that Tkachuk right now, I think, is a better player than Pierre-Luc Dubois. But Pierre was actually a very highly rated guy back then. So, okay. So we've kind of talked about what it is and why we like it. And Jillian, like I said, do you have any thoughts on this? I mean, think about other sports too, Jillian, in terms of like baseball, football, all that stuff. I mean, tanking is a real deal. What are your thoughts on tanking, Jillian?
Yeah, well, I'm curious, one, of like what sparked your initial idea of like, oh, this is something that should change. Like, I should do something about this. I don't like this. And like, how many people did you have to convince? What even like started this process? Because it was, like you said, over 10 years ago. It's a long time.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Yeah, great question. The year was 2008, and I'm a big fan of the St. Louis Blues. And it was in March, and we would have the president of the St. Louis Blues at the time, John Davidson, and he would go on TV and on the broadcast. The Blues weren't in the playoff picture. It was the year of the Stamkos draft, and he would say to the fans that they don't have to cheer against the Blues for a draft pick. You can still encourage the Blues and you can still come in and be passionate and not have to think about losing to get a higher draft pick because we have a great scouting team. And my opinion on it was that John Davidson shouldn't have to do that. This is a league-wide issue. And this is a problem where there hasn't been a lot of creativity in the mathematical problem behind it. I'm a huge fan of the Blues, and then I play a lot of hockey too. So I know a lot of people in the community, and I saw how it hurt their fanaticism for hockey. And I wanted to do something. And then it was like a couple of moments later where I just like had that idea of mathematical elimination and draft orders combined together. How does performance look after elimination? Nobody had kept track of it. Nobody had published it. And I had just gotten a bachelor's in mathematics, and I thought, why couldn't I do something about it? And then I did the research, I wrote out a paper, and it got published in a peer-reviewed journal in 2010. And then I applied to go and present it at MIT at the Sloan Sports Analytics Conference, and was accepted and got to present it there. There were quite a few bright minds there. Brian Burke was in the area too, and he's now the NHL Players Association president for or the PWHL President Association president, Players Association. And so it took quite a bit of time and convincing. The PWHL chose this model and then informed me of their selection 2 months after it was chosen to be implemented. And I helped with the technical implementation, building up when teams become eliminated, using their draft order, using their standings, the 3-2-1-0 system, 3 points for a win, 2 points for an overtime win, 1 point for an overtime loss, and 0 points for a loss in regulation. We had to take their schedule, their tie-breaking rules, and program it in and technically implement it. And then the draft pick was announced by Billie Jean King, an incredible icon in the equality movement since Title IX's passing in 1972.
That is wild that you say this all so casually of like, "Yeah, I just did it. I just
No big
wanted
deal.
to make a change." Like, did you ever cry trying to get through that or be like, I can't take it anymore." Like, I'm trying to understand how your brain works 'cause I'm not a numbers guy. But the fact that you saw this problem's like, were you ever exhausted and did you wanna stop?
Yeah, I didn't want to stop, but there were
Okay.
points where I was like, is this obstacle going to be the problem that keeps this from existing? And I kept working through that mindset like, no, it's not. We're going to keep pushing forward. We're going to keep moving forward. We're going to keep making progress. We're going to keep on it. There were times where it's like I questioned if the algorithm was right, how to prove that it was, how to demonstrate that the model does work. And it does favor giving the team that is the least talented, the least skilled, the best chance to get the best pick, to get the best player.
And then my next question too is, and I think I read it, so I just want to make sure I understand it. So the algorithm, the algorithm picks that first pick, but if it's not the team that finished dead last in the standings, that team would get the second pick.
Yes,
Oh,
the way that it's written in the PWHL. That's correct. The PWHL has 6 teams and 4 make the playoffs. And so, whenever there's a possibility, if there's a possibility of expansion for the PWHL, we may need to expand on the rule. If it's all draft picks for non-playoff teams get awarded based on performance after elimination, or if it's only the first pick. But there are so many different models that you can use. Like you can say that once you're eliminated, then that's the pick you get. Or once you're eliminated, if you're eliminated with, let's say, 5 games left, we're going to take the last 10 and we'll just double it. There are all kinds of ways that you can use the draft order, but the proposal is anything based on elimination is a new idea for how to determine draft order.
so the PWHL reached out to you after you've been to MIT conference, you've done all this. The PWHL reached out to you, and now they've adopted it as the plan. Has any other leagues, such as the NHL, have you been talking with them? Is there any dialogue to change their draft order? Because we see it as fans, and like I said, I'm always trying to shit on the Oilers, so I always go back to them. You just kind of see it. It just seems like there's not much openness around the NHL about their draft pick and how it works, and that kind of puts a sour taste in a lot of the fans' mouth. And as a sport that's so neat, I mean, in the United States and even Canada, I guess, even though it's number one in Canada, it's still hockey's a niche sport, and they're always trying to find a way to bring in more fans, more casual fans, grow the game. And I think the draft is a big part of that. And if you're hiding behind a shroud of secrecy in a draft, I think that only hurts being able to grow the game. So, has the NHL been open to dialogue about anything around a product of a draft around elimination?
We've not had any formal discussions yet between the NHL and myself on the draft order. But as you said about the importance of the draft for the PWHL, women have not historically had drafts where they are allocated to a team and paid a living wage to play professional hockey. Traditionally, it's based on levels of proximity, how close you are, and it's not based on your talent and skill level. So getting the draft right is a very big thing. And when you have someone who's iconic, who's a legend like Billie Jean King, and she's a real trailblazer, and she's awarding the first overall pick and announcing that pick, it needs to be because women earn that pick and deserve the recognition for it. New York, for PWHL, earned the first pick by beating 2 other teams in their final 3 games after elimination.
Yeah, it's like I said, it makes all the sense in the world, and not only for PWHL but other stuff as well. I mean, like I said, tanking is a big deal, and then that leads us to, like, we know what's good about it. What are the drawbacks? I mean, some things that are running through my mind is, PWHL only has the 2 teams, so it's a little bit easier to kind of go ahead in that path. 2 teams that are eliminated from the playoffs. But when you go through the NHL, when you have 31 teams, 32 teams, something like that, and half the teams don't make the playoffs, now how does this plan look, and what are the drawbacks of actually using a plan like this?
Yeah, that's a great point. There are a few. We can talk about how it's never been used before, never been done before, never been tried since the PWHL implemented it. And so we're left with speculating how it would work in the NHL if the standings played out and the schedule played out and the games and the results played out as it had. Like, would San Jose have traded Tomas Hertl to Vegas if they knew that they needed his help with earning that top pick? This year, I know that it's going to get a little bit of discussion. If I were to say Chicago would have won it, Chicago had the best performance after elimination. They were eliminated with 18 games left and they won 7. That was the best record after elimination. The second best would have been Arizona or the Utah Hockey Club. They could have challenged for the opportunity to draft Macklin Celebrini. Some of the, I guess, other unknowns are if teams would handicap themselves trying to get eliminated. But you think about all of the different safeguards that you could use to prevent it. Like, you can have a trade deadline that's based on elimination. So once a team becomes eliminated, they can no longer trade. You can have a different model where if you're eliminated with 18 games left, like Chicago was, then the last 36 count. So then that way you don't know that those games are going to count for the draft picks, and you might as well just start winning them anyway.
Yeah.
But the idea is that you can create a draft order model that awards the first picks where the fans will look through the schedule and they'll say, I want to win every single game that's on this calendar.
Yeah, I mean, and I think it makes a lot of sense because I mean, the one drawback to me is like you said, like, if you get a chance to win points in 18 games versus 6 games, well, then it's a little, I don't want to say unfair, but it is a little unfair in a team's regard because, like, well, I can't really earn it because I've got to win X amount of more games than so I get that, but being able to then weight it and say, okay, when you're eliminated, it's actually the last 24 games of the season that we actually count for everyone is a way to solve that. But there's a lot of other things that I wasn't even thinking about, like when you say the trade deadline and like Thomas Hertl, that's absolutely right. But there's also, for me, like, I think the trade deadline sucks. If I was a fan of a team that had to sell the farm and then didn't make the Stanley Cup Finals or didn't win a Stanley Cup, well, now we've just leveraged our future to do that. So now you've kind of got a whole paradigm shift of who do we trade, when do we trade them, how do we trade them, and I think and even as a fan, like, I do like the trade deadline because it's exciting and people are moving around. So now you're affecting a change in that for the good or for the bad. And so God, there's so much now. My wheels are spinning in my head about all the things that could be good and or bad about this rule. And I think that's exciting. Like, change is obviously exciting. What other cool rules are there that have been implemented here that could change the way hockey's played?
Yeah. There are 3 others that are really impactful that the PWHL is innovating hockey with. The first is a jailbreak goal. So if you're shorthanded and you're down 5-4 with players on the ice and the shorthanded team scores, the power play is over for the other team and it's now even strength.
Okay.
The other is you can pick your opponent for the PWHL. Toronto finished with the first record and they finished ahead of second place Montreal. And Toronto earned the opportunity to select who they wanted to play in the first round between Boston and Minnesota.
What?
I like this. I like this rule only for the shit talkness of the fans in this and the rivalries that could be built just by picking. So say like the Flames win, like, obviously the Oilers have McDavid, like that guy can win a game by himself. So like, I don't want to play the Oilers. I want to play Minnesota, those crumb bums.
Are they first of all, he's being offensive because I'm from Minnesota, but is that just to get the people going? Like, is there really any? Is that just like a fan rule? Because
But they earned it. Like, it's a team rule too, because they earn the right to pick the team that they want to play at first in the playoffs.
do you earn the right? Do you? I
By
mean,
winning.
that's what it says, but do I agree with that? I don't know.
I love that rule, actually. I think that's rad.
I don't know. It's a
Yeah.
test rule.
So if you finish first and you're, let's say, the New York Rangers, you could choose to play Toronto in the first round if you wanted to. You could choose to play any of the teams that did not clinch home advantage in the PWHL rule system. So you can
perfect.
You can, if let's say a team is cold, Minnesota went on a skid at the end of the regular season, and so they were selected by Toronto, and Minnesota upset Toronto and beat them.
Booyah.
And then they went on to win the Walter Cup. It would create like a lot of
Wait,
intensity.
Minnesota won?
Minnesota won the PWHL Walter Cup in the first year, yes.
That's right.
Get out of here, Minnesota.
Never. We're here to stay.
Yeah, I think that's a cool. I mean, because at the end of the day, I get hockey is a business. Like they're not going to do anything unless they're making money. Completely understand that. But the people that bring the money is the fans. So let's do more stuff to get the fans involved and make things more snarky among the fans. I love chaos like this. I love it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's really important to give women in the PWHL the opportunity to really earn your fanaticism too. When the playoffs are going on for the PWHL, this is starting at the, let's say, beginning of May and running through into June. Baseball starting up. You have the NFL draft. You have the NHL playoffs. You have maybe some college basketball with March Madness might be going on a little bit too. There's a lot that's going on. It's WrestleMania season, Nick. So anything that we can do to give women an advantage to take some of the market share is something that needs to be looked into. The New York PWHL team won the first pick while the New York Islanders were playing Game 5 in Carolina.
Okay.
So it's whatever intrigues the fans, whatever gets them and grabs them and compels them to watch women's hockey that we need to take a serious look at.
For sure. Hey,
I love it.
Yeah, I just love fan engagement and chaos, and I think that would be great. So you have that. You have the gold plan. You have the hey, we're gonna shit talk your team because they suck and we want to play you in the playoff rule. I like that one. And then you have the 3-2-1. So you have the 3 for a win, 2 for overtime win, and then 1 for what's the 1 for?
It would be a loss in overtime.
Okay, so you do get a overtime loss. Okay, yeah. I mean that's. I mean, how was that? I mean, you're the math guy. I wouldn't have time to sit down, but how would that affect NHL standings? I mean, because obviously the loser points and all that stuff. Like, how would that affect standings in the past couple years? Do you have that data with you, or?
I don't have it like on hand. I'd have to like go back and
How
look at it.
dare you?
I figured you'd have in that head of yours. So.
I have a lot of data like loaded up here, but I don't have what would have happened in the NHL if they used the PWHL's rule line. But I think that there might be some small shuffling, and then it would also change the way that the game is played in a bit. A lot of times in the NHL, the teams will play for maybe getting to overtime, because in that way you're guaranteed at least a point. And so you'd see maybe a little bit more offensive hockey or more risky hockey. If you need to start accumulating a lot of points to clinch a playoff spot, or to just move up in the standings for home advantage, or to clinch the President's Trophy, what you could do is you could just start going all out offense and start trying to get that 3-point guarantee instead of hanging on to force overtime to guarantee that you get at least 1 point no matter what.
Which is again more fun for the fans because listen, I love goaltenders getting shutouts. Not really, but I would much rather see a 10-9 hockey. I mean, as a fan, I'm talking about like a typical fan that's new to the game that doesn't really understand the ins and outs of defense and that kind of stuff. A 10-9 game where there's a bunch of goal scoring is way more palatable to new fans than a 1-0 game. Or a 1-1 game that goes into overtime. And so I'm looking at this as more of a, how do we get new people into the sport of hockey and enjoying the game? And I think that you're right. So having a 3 points for a win would make teams want to score more goals to guarantee 3 instead of having to get 2 or 1, right?
Oh yeah, those are excellent points. We need this 3-2-1-0 system is a way to showcase the talent that's in the PWHL.
We need some cool algorithms for beer league.
Yeah, it depends. Like, how do you structure your beer league? Do you have like a standing system? Do you have?
It's the same. It's 2 points for a win. It's 2 points. It's the same as the NHL and most beer. I mean, I'm sure there's tons of beer leagues out there. And to me, like, I'm not even getting to play in a league anymore right now because I basically leave every Thursday, come back Monday for tournaments. And so even our tournaments, I mean, you try to do something different for standings in tournaments, and it pisses half the people off. Other people are happy with it, so you can never make anyone happy. Like even if you like, so obviously points is the number one generator, but then there's like the goal quotient. The software we use has a goal quotient where they divide goals for divided by goals against divided by something else. Then now they've like period points is another one that's kind of made its way. We've used lowest penalty minutes, which is a really hard one when it's not always the same refs because penalties are always subjective. And so
That seems less fun. I think I'd want to give more points for more penalty minutes.
because I see, Jillian, listen, I get where you're coming from because you probably you like the rough stuff. I'm sure
You
like
said for the fans. I'm a fan. Come on.
yeah, I know, but I'm saying like when you're playing like a beer league game and you see a game with a lot of penalties, it's because some nonsense is going on, some tomfoolery, if you will. And at the end of the day, like the tomfoolery with all the penalties, it just leads into more. And then you got beer leaguers out there fighting, which is not. It's cool in the NHL to watch people fight, but guys that are drunk are standing on knives. That don't know how to protect themselves.
They got
when
shrooms in their
fighting.
pockets.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
We just need different penalties for beer league. I think it should be like
2 minutes for being too
best
handsome. I get
chirp,
that all the time.
best Sally, like
You get a
most
penalty.
obnoxious Sally gets a
Yeah.
penalty, like
But
come
you gotta,
on.
I mean, you still want to keep the integrity of the game, but you're just trying to look at ways to kind of do things different. And in tournaments, you try to be different than another tournament because there's so many out there, and so you always think about what would be a cool way to kind of weight things. But
Adam, have you had any unexpected reactions about the draft rule?
I've been monitoring it online, like I've been searching for it and reading like the threads through Reddit.
Who hates me?
I gotta say, it's like a very small percent who had something negative to say, and then as soon as something negative would come up, there would be other fans who said positive things. So it was like 95-5 in terms of positive.
The internet is always they're just gonna make something negative. That sounds pretty. Too positive for that, especially
That's a good ratio.
That is
Yeah.
ratio the shit out of it. Wow.
Yeah. Some of the things that were maybe negative were that it wouldn't take effect early enough. That they could go the whole season and no team would be eliminated until the very last day, and so the plan wouldn't really matter.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's good. That's good. Because I mean, what you're looking for, you're really looking for competitiveness and in a semblance of parity. So if it goes down to the last game of the season, that's what you want as a sport. I mean, that's just what you want, right? So, I mean, I think that you can't really judge a plan based on that because you're getting a result you actually want. So you don't actually even need the plan at that juncture.
Oh yeah, and there are a few things that it's like I wish I could respond to each of these individual questions. It might be worth some time to just put them into the public domain at some point. But I think that we need to just give it a chance and see how it works in the PWHL. And after however many seasons it takes, maybe it's 3, maybe it's 5, maybe we need to expand or wait until after there might be an opportunity for expansion to see how it's worked in the PWHL. And if it works like it did this year, where the last place team earns the top pick consistently enough, then we generate enough interest in maybe some other leagues too. But the PWHL has won awards for how great they've done this particular first season. They've won the Sports Business Journal Breakout League of the Year. They've gotten a lot of recognition from even the NHL. They've been invited to participate in the All-Star Game. They've played in these away sites where it might be in Detroit or in Pittsburgh last year. And then this year, there may be some other opportunities for expanding the game for women, but this model has definitely helped with promoting the talent and skill set that's in the PWHL.
Right on. Right. Well, that's what you want, right? And so, all right. Well, is there anything else that you want to add before we kind of get out of here? I have one question I want to ask all guests, and I'll ask this now, and you can add anything you want. But what is one thing that you want beer leaguers to know about you or to take away from this?
You can stand up for what you believe in terms of the way that you think and how you anticipate hockey, how much you love hockey. That's how I got started in this. I loved hockey. I loved playing it. I loved going to see the St. Louis Blues prospects play, even when they were not a playoff team. I loved engaging with fans. I loved hearing their opinions and talking to them just about hockey. And you can use hockey as a way to guide your professional career outside of the beer leagues.
I like that. That's a good takeaway because
Inspiration.
everything like I mean you're way more technical, but I'm a big proponent of if you have something in your brain and you care about it, you can go do it. You just got to do it. Right? It's the
Yeah.
same way I got into the sport. I got into sport late in life, and I started playing because I married a Canadian, and now I do it full time for a living. And so I like that. Some good advice to beer leaguers. So any last questions before we let Adam go? I'm sure Adam's busy. So Jillian, any last questions here?
Well, I do want to know if you could draft any person, any historical sports figure you get to choose into your beer league, who would you pick?
Oh my God. Anyone to be in.
Anybody, dead or alive, but
Does
they
it,
would be alive if they were on your team.
does it have to be a hockey player? Because you said anyone.
No, any sports figure, any person, bring anybody you want.
So just as a locker room guy, because like if I said like Babe Ruth, which that wouldn't be my pick, but if I said Babe Ruth, obviously the Bambino wouldn't be up there dropping clap bombs on the ice. I don't think.
Bambino.
Yeah.
No, so I wouldn't choose Babe Ruth.
If I was a Chicago fan, I'd probably pick Bob Probert. But the All-Star season that he had in 89, 90, 91. Yeah, that type. But as a backdrop, Mario Lemieux. Size, speed, skill, just everything, all-around player. He could be a shutdown player for us, and he could really control the game, and it'd be like really fun to play with him and just get a pass from Lemieux. Like you could just have your stick just on the ice and still score. Like that's how good he. And it would just be incredible just have him hear his stories, and his perseverance is something that I've always admired.
Awesome.
Sweet. I take it.
All right, Adam. Well, hey, thank you very much for joining us. Thanks for thinking I'm hilarious. Thanks for tipping me. Most of all, thanks for being passionate about hockey and putting your ideas and your spin on hockey and getting it out in this world. I appreciate it, and I hope you stay in touch. And I hope the NHL.
I hope you keep tipping me on Venmo. Is what he means.
Listen, I'm trying to get a hair transplant in Turkey. I don't know if you listen to the podcast, but that's close.
I was just in Turkey.
Hey, look at his hair. Look at his hair.
He's like, and look at my hair.
Went to Istanbul and to Cappadocia, a few areas around the west side of Turkey, just on the Aegean Sea. It's just so beautiful. It's a nice country, and I hope you go not just for the hair transplant.
Well, I would want to go, but the hair transplant is number one right now. So that's I'm just trying to keep the flow like you, Adam. That's it.
Oh, thanks. So. Yeah. So growing that up.
All right, buddy. Well, hey, thank you very much. We really appreciate you coming on, man.
Thanks, Adam.
Yeah,
Get ready to go. Let's do it. Bulls in on the BLPA Big Show.
Oh, we have to end our podcast because Jeff has a meeting.
Oh, but wait a second. We were told that these podcasts weren't long enough by Mike Fry. But
Mike knows a lot about things that aren't long enough, and I need him to. I don't even know Mike. Mike, we'd be friends. Come on.
But you just
We'd
have
be
a small
good.
dinger.
Oh, geez. What did Jason say? Shoot. What did he say? Strays. Oh, catching strays.
Yeah, he's
Mike's catching strays, and he didn't even know it.
And Mike's over here trying to tell us how to be better because he wants longer podcast episodes. And you're like, oh, you want a longer podcast episode? Well, I want you to have a longer dick, Mike.
And I'll make sure you don't want to hear any more of this.
Yeah.
I feel like I sound like a mosquito in somebody's ear right now. Good Lord.
Yeah, I mean, fuck. But he wants him to be longer. And I think at one point I told him, I think I said, if Jillian can get me content topics, I'll go for 5 or 6 hours. If she's willing to put in that work and stay on the podcast with me for 5 or 6, I'll do it.
If someone scans the QR code and gives $667 to me right now, I'll do it next week.
We'll do a 6. I don't have 6 hours next week, but I will do if we can get people like, let's do one for charity. Let's do one to raise money for Puck 10 Project.
Giving to the needy.
Oh, I got an unknown caller. Sorry about that, guy.
We have a caller online too.
That was loud. First time, long time. I'm just wondering about this $667 I just gave. Are you going to have that for a 5-hour podcast? Yeah. But anyway, is there anything else that we need to get to here on your BLPA Big Show list of things?
Well, I did want to tell you about a potential maternity photo shoot since we're talking about themes.
Are you inviting me?
Do you want to be the photographer? Or you wanted to sit and watch?
I
What do
want
I
to be.
invite? You
I
want to
want
be
to
in the
be in the
pictures?
photos. What are you
Okay, you
talking
can be in the
about?
pictures.
Hell yeah, let's go.
All right. So here's the thing. I'm judgy, right? We all know that. I got a mouth on me. I got an opinion about a lot of things.
Hey, what that mouth do?
What that mouth do? It gives mouth hugs, which I haven't given in a while. So
Oh, that's
sorry,
sad.
sorry
Yeah.
about it. But
Yeah, dude.
and I'm calling this out specifically, but it's no hate to those people. It's more so saying
That's hate.
I
love it.
I I hate it when people do the maternity shoots and they're wearing jeans and they're in the water. It kills. I hate it. Nobody likes a pair of wet jeans, and you're trying to tell me all of a sudden now it's romantic and precious. We're cradling our baby belly while the ocean waves are just getting my crusty, dusty, salty jeans, crusty, dusty, and salty. So to document, because I think maternity pictures can be weird, but I want to embrace that and make it weirder. So Rob and I are going to go and buy loads of Taco Bell. We're both going to have unzipped jeans, bellies out, and go into a field somewhere and just like, I mean, someone's going to be there with us, but taking pictures,
It's gonna
but
be
like
me.
a
I'm gonna
Taco
be
Bell,
eating.
unzipped jeans, belly out, mild sauce.
Oh yeah,
Who
yeah.
knows
mild
where?
sauce. Oh, I hope. Oh, if I was there with the mild sauce, I would have it all over your belly for sure.
Yeah, that's for after.
That's for BLP after dark for sure. Like I would have it all. I would. Oh boy, I would have it all over you. You would be like,
Yeah.
I would have pictures with you like doing like this, where it's just me standing in front of you pouring like a big jar of mild sauce.
Try to be careful with your hands. People can't see.
Oh, they can see like it's just right here. I mean, you're talking about me covering you with mild sauce. Of course, I'm going to be doing it like this.
Oh,
And so
right. Diablo sauce. Ew.
no, not
Bust.
Diablo sauce. No. Listen, she's pregnant, bud. Like you don't want to have a spicy baby. Like, come on.
Rob is actually mad because I hate spicy food, and he's like, "You're not introducing our son to any food that's spicy, and he's gonna come out hating it." And I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely. I don't want to have any more hot sauce in this household. It's offensive."
Hey, Rob, if you wanted to have your baby have a certain palate, then you should be fucking pregnant, Rob.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's
like
carried
a
that
male
baby for
seahorse.
almost 9 months. So
I'm exhausted.
She gets to decide the palate.
Yeah, if only his mullet came in by now, especially seeing
Oh,
Jason's hair at the beginning of this.
hell
That's like Rob's working on it. He's growing it out.
Which is why I need this money to go get a hair transplant.
That's true.
I need this. Are you just gonna have like tacos? Or are you gonna do like the best thing that Taco Bell ever has?
Crunchwrap Supreme?
No, the chicken quesadilla.
Chicken quesadilla is bomb. I cannot
With no
disagree with you on
jalapeno
that.
sauce.
With mild sauce.
But with no creamy jalapeno sauce. I just get chicken cheese.
Wait, they put that on there?
Yeah. That's
No
that
wonder
weird
it's
taste.
sometimes spicy. I don't like that.
Exactly. Yeah, you get it with no creamy jalapeno sauce, and then you smother it in mild sauce.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. And the Cheez-It Crunchwrap Supreme is weirdly kind of good, but you have to get it right away when it's still a little crisp.
Do you remember how Jillian turned Bill on? She's turning herself on right now with all this stuff.
I gotta go, guys.
Gotta go. Rob's in the other room and he's got Taco Bell, I think.
He's on his way home. He heard this podcast and he's booking it home right now.
Well, I just heard someone crash into your garage door. Yeah, Taco Bell is fire. But I think we should do like if people listen, if we had the incentive to do a 5-hour podcast, I think we could do it. And someone said like we did the 24-hour war zone, but I didn't fall asleep at 23. I think you're gonna need to check who fell asleep, Jeff Peck. All
Wait,
right?
Warzone like COD? You were playing it?
Yeah, we played it for 24 hours.
Wait, I should do that. I'm a COD girly pop.
Oh, really? Okay, let's go. I mean, listen,
Yeah,
I'm horrible. I'm horrible at Call of Duty, but I'm good with a rocket launcher. I'm really good with a rocket launcher. Oh, look at this. I
just like to snipe people.
Are you like someone that people bring in just so they have a shitty lobby because they're no good?
Yes.
That's what I am. That's what
literally they're like, how do we make you the leader?
Exactly. Big shitty lobbies. Let's go. But we did play for 24 hours, but 23rd hour, some people fell asleep and it wasn't me. But we were also having issues when we were at that late at night getting lobbies that were I mean, I think everyone who gets shot says, "Oh, it's the bots." Playing with the bots.
Yeah, Rob's always like, "Report it! I'm reporting this guy. He's cheating. He's cheating." I'm like, "You're just not good."
And so they that's basically what happened. But it seemed like we literally got in, and then as soon as the game started, like within 10 seconds, someone shot us. And we're like, "What the fuck? Like we can't even do anything." And so
I'm like, "I can't even land."
So then Jeff fell asleep, and then we quit at 23rd hour. But we had two other people on our team. and they quit with like the 12 hours. Like Dan, who was one of the guys, like, oh yeah, I gotta go let the dog out, and then just never came back.
Oh, it's like
Oh, I
a
fell asleep
okay.
on the couch.
Mm.
So we did like a BLPA Warzone tournament at one point, right?
Dang, let's do that again. We have
We
2 okay, we're getting Warzone ads here right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Kyle, Nicole.
I listen. I can't play Warzone right now. I can't. Listen. I just
Well,
got
I mean,
home.
not going now,
No. I mean,
but we
like
can
right
have
now,
their ID so we can
I'm
see when
playing.
your friend's online.
Yeah, I'm playing another game right now. I'm playing college football. First one
Mhm.
released in like 11 years, and it released like while I was away. So everyone's been playing it for like 3 weeks. Not me. So I came last night, and I think I played till like 1 a.m. No big deal. And so tonight, even though I got to drive to the border, I was going to play it tonight, but I got to drive to the border. So tomorrow night, I'm going to be playing it. So I'm playing some college football, leading the University of Oklahoma back to dominance. So
Oh, Lord.
yeah,
Okay,
I'm excited about college
cool.
football. It's such a fun game. It's such a fun game. So let's see. I just situated on my back porch listening to the creek and the
Yes.
rain to get some work done. I guess work can wait while, hey, y'all, miss your faces. I miss your face, Jess.
That's so nice and also sounds so peaceful and pleasant and so much
Mhm.
better than listening to our voices.
No. Listen, lay back,
Ah, nah, nah,
Jess.
nah.
Lay back, Jess. Next to your cop of a husband or boyfriend or whatever the hell you are right now.
Uh-oh, it's his
I hope
turn
his
on voice.
I hope his broken leg is healed, and I hope his third leg is healed too. You know. So,
He
but
doesn't
other
need
than that,
that leg if he's got his other one. No, I'm
American.
fine.
Hey, see, look, they're calling out my stats. 7 confirmed RPG kills in combat. That was at one time, by the
Was
way.
that your ATH?
I just shot one. I shot one jet and killed everybody. You know what I'm saying? Uh, hey, I can sling a rocket launcher, bud. I can sling it. All right. So, see, these voices are so soothing. I tell you,
Oh,
see, people love us,
Jason,
right?
people
All
are
right.
so nice here.
Hey, we had 15 scans of that QR code for 667. I can see it. If I don't log in after this and see 15 payments of $667 and me
We're
going
never
to
going live again.
book my hair transplant in Turkey, fuck all of you. Fuck you all. Except you, Jillian. I mean, you're nice.
Thanks,
And
appreciate
you,
maybe I was one of the scans and didn't give the money,
oh,
so I deserve it.
we got one more thing before we get off here. This is going to be a long episode though, because we got a 40-minute interview with Mr. Gold.
Oh,
I
yeah,
keep,
so Mikey Fry, here you go, you got what you wanted.
I keep wanting to say Ari Gold because I love Entourage, but we haven't talked about beer league drama. Let's end on beer league drama.
Oh, shoot, yeah, okay.
Okay, beer league
I'm
drama.
ready.
Okay, here. Hey, but while this is running, we're not going to be able to talk to you or hear what you say. Well, we can't hear you anyway, but we won't be able to talk to you. But here we go. It's under design. Here we go.
BLPA. So recently, the assistant captain, who's been on my intermediate beer league hockey team for 3 years, told me basically that they didn't want me on the team anymore because the league is becoming more competitive and they want to bring in more competitive players. I've been on the team for 6 seasons. In that time, we've won 2 championships. So I admit I'm not awesome at hockey, but it is beer league, or so I thought. What would you do?
Sucks to suck. Not really. Yeah, that's a hard one. I mean, that is a hard one. It sucks. One, you talk funny.
I think that must be the real voice. We didn't even put a voice changer on that one.
If I had to hear you talk like that in the locker room all the time, I would kick you off team too. But no, I think cutting people from beer league is always the hardest because I like to win too. There's no, I do like to win. Everyone likes to win, but I'm to a point. I mean, I'm a man. I'm 40. I just think that there's more important things in life right now than winning. And if you have a good locker room, like obviously this team's still winning. It sounds like so. I think there might be an underlying issue with this, and I'm not trying to shit on whoever's sending this thing, but there could be another issue other than you're just not good enough, right?
I mean, maybe it was disguised as that, but would saying you're not good enough sound better than that? Like, is that the choice? Couldn't they be like, we're going in another direction?
Is this Billy Fun Day?
Billy Fun Day is like, I just lost my girlfriend.
I just lost my wife because I had a threesome with 2 strippers. I don't know who told, but I did play on the team with my brother-in-law. Yeah, I think that's a hard, but that gives rise to a new service that we have here on BLPA. We'll cut players for you.
Oh, that's
We don't give a shit. we don't care about these. I do care about all the beer leaguers, but if you don't want to hurt their feelings, we have no qualms about hurting feelings. We'll hurt those feelings. We'll have
Mhm.
Jillian call and she'll talk
Mhm.
in her soothing voice and it'll make
Yeah.
everything all right. See, right
Everything's
there.
gonna be
I,
okay.
I feel
Just
good.
find a new team, baby.
We're gonna find you start a team. Because here's the deal: if you start a team, you can't cut yourself.
True that.
You know, that's
Okay,
why I started.
everyone's saying that. Okay, well, Jess says they don't usually cut people unless they're drama, even if they suck. So and Carlo says it's even more awkward when the team captain is a weak player because they're not gonna get cut.
That's
Would
me.
the whole
That's
team just leave them then?
He's just like, oh yeah, I'm not playing this season, and then you show up like the next season, and you're like, oh, who's this new team? And it's all your old team,
I would
and you're like,
cry.
what?
I cry a
I
lot
cut
though.
myself for my Jeff Peck. I can tell you, Jeff Peck, you are someone that has never ran a team in your life. I know you. I know you'd be like, fuck this. I don't have time for this. I'm gonna fall asleep in the 23rd hour of COD when a 24-hour
Hello?
charity stream. And then you would just go sub as many times as you can, especially if people didn't charge you. Right? That's what Jeff would do.
Jeff would do a lot of things.
What would Brian Boitano do if he were here right now? He'd something, 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 something. That's what Brian Boitano would do. What would Jeff Peck do right now if he were here right now? He
Hey,
wouldn't pay for hockey and he wouldn't pay for his team. Oh, yeah.
woohoo!
Okay. But anyway, that's it. That's it. Anyway.
Okay.
Oh, it wasn't a team ran by me, but I cut myself. Same thing. Okay, whatever. I cut
Okay.
myself with a pair of
Dif
scissors too. It's different. We're
different.
talking about different things here, Jeff.
I don't know. I think my feelings would be hurt, but I'm pretty sensitive.
Yeah,
So
I think they would. I mean, I think if anyone told you we don't want you, that's basically what they're saying. We don't
yeah.
want you. Would be tough. And no one's here to hurt people's feelings. I didn't say we like to hurt people's feelings on the BLPA Big Show to cut people. I'm saying we don't mind about hurting people's feelings. But no one wants to have their feelings hurt in beer league, especially when it's adult like game. And it depends. Like, what if this is a place where there's not very much hockey, so they can't find another team? That would really suck.
Yeah, I also think, like, intermediate, I'm curious of how intermediate that actually is. Like, are they trying to stay in intermediate, or are they trying to get a better team so they can move up? If they're like, "Hey, guys, we have goals where we know there's scouts in the audience there, so we just really wanna be seen more."
Yeah. Mm. Yeah, or it could just be
I would
listen, and I'm not throwing shade at Jeff Peck here. This is not. I'm coming at this straight. Like this isn't like a stray bullets. Like he's here. I'm looking at him. I'm looking at the camera and see. I'm pointing at it right here. I know he's watching. I'm looking at you, Jeff Peck. Jeff Peck takes long shifts. All right. So maybe this is no secret. Everyone knows. So maybe it's just this team wants more ice time. You know what I'm saying? Like they just want to
Mm,
play. They're just like, oh well, let's cut a couple people so we can have more skate time. Maybe I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I'm
okay.
just playing devil's advocate. Nothing against. I love Jeff Peck. He knows I love him. I'm on here. I'm on
Hey,
here on record. You can't change it. If I say it on the podcast, most shit I say on the podcast isn't true. But
true.
but I do love Jeff Peck. But anyway, see, look,
Okay.
even no, not Jeff Peck. No, people know Jeff Peck likes some shifts, bud. And if you want to live in a world where Jeff Peck doesn't take long shifts, you can just donate $667 right there, and we'll make sure to time. We'll time Jeff Peck shifts. I always wanted to do that to some people that were actually being dicks about it, like to get an actual stopwatch out there and then be like, oh, that's your shift. Oop, oop, that's your shift. Because some people take long shifts are like, I don't take long shifts. And you're like, yeah, you do. Here you go.
Put a little shot collar on them that gives them a
Um,
little buzz when it's time to come in.
Oh, yes, but it doesn't buzz them. It actually like
You're
completely
like,
knocks them. Yeah,
like laying on the ice. You're like, "You're making your shift longer. Get up."
it's like Jeff's just skating around, and I shock him, and he's just out, and I'm just like, okay, just someone change with him. He's not moving.
Drag him off.
Ah, all right. So someone
Okay.
scan the QR code again. Let's go. Okay.
Woohoo.
Other than that, guys,
We're ready.
not much to add. Please download the show because we do have a pretty good interview with the author of the Gold Plan, which is how the PWHL is doing their draft round, and I think it's brilliant. All right.
Yeah,
And so I think that see, and look, even Jess is a data analyst. She would enjoy this because that's what Adam is: mathematician, data analyst, doing all the stuff, all the
that sounds
scenarios, all the
smart.
things,
Yeah.
all the algorithms. I don't know if you heard he threw that word around quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But other than that, and I do want to say, I see someone they just posted. I thought we were talking about the Chicago Decks. People need to show up for this. It's been a blast 2 years in a row. 100 correct.
Is that an original?
I didn't know where to stop for that, but she's 100%
Fine.
correct. Chicago Dex has not had a ton of sport, which is weird because Chicago has so much hockey around it, and
Yeah.
maybe that's why it doesn't have any sport. But it's been such a blast. I mean, the rink is Patrick Kane
Patty.
showed up at the tournament and was watching us.
Huge.
100% correct. He literally face palmed when one of our buddies blew it on an empty net. He was back there trying to stop a puck from going into the empty net, and he completely missed it. And Patty Kane's like,
Did
like
the guy
that.
shout out like you could do any better?
No, I don't. I think he was pretty mad. I was pretty mad, but I think the Chicago Dex was why we have to get more support for that. I mean, or we're going to cancel it. Basically, we're going to stop going to Chicago,
No.
which I mean would serve Chicago right for having such shitty pizza.
No,
But
you're offensive because you decide to go to the most garbage places and then rate it as being bad, as if we didn't know that the Navy Pier wouldn't have the ultimate worst hot dog of all time.
But I'm trying to get people like people that are traveling. If they're traveling, they're probably going to Navy Pier, and I'm saying, hey, you can go to the Navy Pier and have a hot dog, but this hot dog, it's only gonna be a 2.5er.
Maybe
right?
give them a good option.
Well, I did all Cheval.
Hey, you.
Did I not give them all Cheval? Did I not give it the highest
You
rated
did.
burger that I've ever had?
And that was only like a 7 point something. So
7.9
how is
because
that possible?
because I didn't want all Cheval to be up there fluffing themselves because someone gave them such a high review. I want them to still work.
You know what? Yeah, they were waiting on your review and not like Time Magazine of the best burger in America.
Time Magazine, all right, bunch of old
one of
fucks
them.
up there writing words. Not us. They're not using the spoken word. This is the 1860s where all we have is books to read. All right, you can listen to us in your car driving down the street. But what I'm saying is that I don't want all Cheval to get complacent with such a good review because they start getting all the good reviews. They're like, well, we're good enough, so let's not try. You should always be trying to get better. So 7.9. Hey, maybe next year if we get enough Chicago players, maybe it's an 8.7. Maybe they do something to spice up the game. You know
what you have to do is in Minnesota you have to get a Juicy Lucy and do a bench burger for that.
Yeah, I would do a Juicy Lucy. All right,
Okay.
but the problem is, I want to be able to taste food for the rest of the fucking trip, so it'll have to be on my way out of town.
What? Why would that be different? What? Because it's gonna scald the inside of your mouth?
Yeah.
Well, you just have to
never
wait a
had
couple
Juicy
seconds.
Lucy? I bit into that thing and my literally mouth scabbed over. Like I had
Where
to
did
go
you
to
get it from?
to go to the burn unit. I don't know. It was like 8 years ago. I wasn't doing reviews back then. Now I'm doing reviews.
Okay, we'll fix it.
Blue Shoe Magoo, what up?
Bluey.
Okay. Listen, I don't here and listen. I'm only shitting on Chicago pizza based on Giordano's, and there's one other one, and that's just
Illuminati's.
it's Lumina. It's just not my style. I don't like thick pizza that feels like it stays in my belly for 18 days afterwards.
I like it.
No, cool.
Thank
but it's not good. You're pregnant. Your pay doesn't count. You like
I'm
everything.
starving right now.
Well, yeah, because you were fucking talking about Taco Bell and
I
me
know,
pouring
we
mild
keep
sauce
talking
all
about
over you.
food.
Let's see. I'm not doing the chip challenge because I am risk adverse to anything that's spicy in my mouth. Let's see. Do the chip. Yeah. Sitting down at All Cheval is a different experience. Got to get Canadian bacon and a Friday. Listen, I liked All Cheval burger, but I'll sit down. If I can walk in there and sit down and eat, I'll do it. But I'm not waiting 3.5 hours to eat a burger. There is not anything in this world unless someone was paying me a lot of zeros at one time to go sit down and wait for 3 hours when I go in, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Let's go. I want to
Put
eat
your
in
name
4
in,
hours.
and then you walk over to Soho House. You get yourself a cutie little cock, and then you wait until they text you.
I get what?
Sorry?
What? I get a cock?
Heavy on the tail.
Oh, okay. Weird. But I do. Okay, weird. This is going a different direction. BLP after.
Yeah,
Well, this is not
right.
BLP after dark yet. All right.
Okay, my bad.
And here's the deal. I like tavern style pizza. I like the thin crust pizza. So the Vito and Nick's or whatever they're called. Everyone says I should try that. Next time I'm in Chicago, if it happens again, I will try Vito and Nick's. But anywhere else you guys want me to try, I'll go try, and I'll give you an honest review on in my book. And listen, I get it. I relate to almost every beer leaguer out there, so I'm probably right, and you're probably going to agree with me. That's fine. That's fine. But for the few people like Jillian, that's just pregger hormones talking.
Yeah.
Right now. She doesn't know what she's talking about right now.
They're getting to me.
All right.
I'm a delusional woman.
Well, listen. Maybe. All right. So.
All right.
Well, anything else to add before we leave here?
No, I have to eat now.
Okay. I actually also have to go eat, but not because I'm hungry, because I'm diabetic and I'm starting to get the
Oh,
shakes.
that's
and the low blood
right.
sugar. So we could go and I could pass out. If you guys want to see what that looks like,
Hey, guys,
hold on. If you want to see what that looks like, if you'll just go to this link right here and scan it, spend money, I'll pass out here on stream for you guys. But but other than that, guys, thank you guys very much. Appreciate you being here. Chicago is a rad time. Sign up. Sign up for any of the other tournaments. We got 14 teams coming up in Charlotte, which is a good start for a start tournament. I mean, it's no Columbus that had 36 the first year, but what city is Columbus, really? You know,
Yeah.
big city smalls right there. Other than that, guys, I really appreciate everyone here and interacting. See, in the live better because everyone's here, bud. They're just here
It's a
talking to us.
potty. It's
They're
a
sharing with
potty.
us. All right.
The link only allows them to give $1 at a time. We
Well,
bamboozled ourselves.
well, hey, do it 667 times.
Or
Just
else.
spend your whole day. Spend your whole day. You can also we also have Venmo, the BLPA. I did set that up because it was a long time ago. Oh, it's fuck. I'm gonna fix it. All right. Other than that,
Idiot.
hey, we didn't ask how our mental health was. Is your mental health good today?
Yeah, I
You
was
seem
doing
like you're in
pretty
a good mood.
good. I feel like you saying that you're stressed with work, 'cause I'm stressed with work. Because I'm also a volleyball coach, and so for a high school, and the tryout started, and it has, like, taken over my life a little bit because then
Mhm.
I also do other real job stuff,
Yep.
which is my own business stuff.
Mhm.
So then it's like 800 things at one time, and apparently 6 months ago, me was like, "Yeah, who cares if I'll be 8 months pregnant? I can be on
I
my
can do
feet
it.
and
I
coach
can
for 7 hours.
not smart.
What have I done?"
I do that shit all the time. I'm not being
Yeah.
pregnant, of course, but I'm
I
like
think you should yeah.
like I could add this in, and then I probably shouldn't have added it.
Mhm.
But let me tell you, like I still am super stressed with work stuff, just trying to get people signed up, so I can pay the bills and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But I like uh dumbass once said that grown men only podcast for therapy. It does make me feel better when I come on here and I talk about my problems. I talk to
Yeah.
my friends. I talk to you. We make jokes. We laugh, and I feel better after I do the podcast. And
Yep.
so, and to our shout out to our fans that all reached out to me after I was a 4, especially my biggest fan, my number 1 fan, Jillian's mom.
My mom.
Thank you, Jillian's mom, for reaching out and saying you feel bad. I'm in a like I'm still super stressed out, but I don't feel like that. Like sometimes when you get in that thing and it's like you're like like it's like a weight, like you're
Yeah.
lifting and you're dragging, and that really I don't have that this week, which is nice. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of it had to do with like family, like being there with family and all that stuff. But I
Mhm.
feel better. So thanks for checking on me. My number 1 fan, Jillian's mom. My number
Yeah.
2 fan, Jillian's sister. Fuck you for not checking on me. If she hears that, Jillian. And
And I
other than
take
that,
that personally.
yeah. So right now I'm good. I'm better than a 4, but I'm not a
Sweet.
7. I'm in between a 4 and a 7.
But it's less heavy.
It's less heavy. It's less heavy this week, and less heavy because we have all these friends that are kind of checking on you. And I had a good weekend with my friends in Chicago. Had the
Yeah.
fam with me. Cooper had a good time and all that stuff. So, other than that, guys,
Yeah.
hope your mental health is good. If you have some mental health issues, hey, feel free to talk about it with us, with your friends, with the people in the chat, with anybody. We're here to help you live your best life. That's what we're here for.
That's true. It's the only thing.
All right. Anything else for you, Jillian?
No, thanks for asking.
Oh boy, I'm excited. Let's get some Taco Bell.
Be good or be good at it.